the rise. And I wouldn't say I'm shocked cause I'm hardly surprised. This one's for the ride. This one's for who knew I'd make it, just needed some time. This one's for my wife. Could've left 1,000 times just so by my side. This one's for the grind. I knew it would happen, just had the strength in my mind.
It's the Travel OG, and welcome to the Black Manosphere Conclave 5.0.
We got started in 2021 in Atlanta, united in the pursuit of excellence in all things. It's been one hell of a ride.
Can I tell you what's on my mind? 'Cause I've been thinking about it for quite some time. Hey, can you give me a moment to declare my love? Can I tell you what's on my mind?
We're now focusing more on opportunities for men, in particular passport bros. Guys who go abroad, they want to have a different lifestyle, they want to have a different achievement abroad. Oh yeah, there's without a doubt the narrative has changed for us greatly.
I just finished speaking and having a chance to tell individuals about how to live the American dream outside of America. And I was here to help so many men when it comes to understanding what they need to do in order to relocate.
With the political climate, things that are happening worldwide, guess what? Nobody's coming to save us. So it is indicative that we all bound together, tighten up like a fist, and strike a mighty blow against everything that's fighting to stop us, man.
It's nothing but good, positive people, good, positive energy with one goal in mind, and that is to make money, get the hell out the Matrix, and enjoy your life. You dig? So shout out to all of y'all. Theme music.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? This your man Marcus A. Brown, and I'm here to tell y'all that I just got done with my first consultation with the brother Andre of Love Crossing Borders. I just wanted to give him his praises. I need y'all to do two things if you haven't already. If you haven't, subscribe to his YouTube channel, Love Crossing Borders. Also, if you are going to Colombia, if you're thinking of going anywhere, traveling internationally, please consider booking a consultation with the OG Andre of Love Crossing Borders. You will not be disappointed. And y'all, get in tune with him if you haven't already. Tell him MAB sent you. Peace.
Where are all the black men? And I'm not talking about the scammers, the drug dealers, the robbers, and the crooks.
Well, actually,
they're here with Andre and Andre's Love Crossing Borders on a wonderful, wonderful evening. Hope you guys are having a great day. We got a great topic tonight. Let me bring some music in. Usually I have this music for the ladies. This time I got this music for the fella. I know. I get it. I get it. As men, when it comes to sex, we want to, every once in a while, spice it up. You might go to the toy store, get some toys or some lingerie for your lady. Get it. You might want to have a threesome. I got you. So y'all go out and find a young lady that y'all interested in. Or you take it to the extreme. And you as a couple go and join the lifestyle, AKA the swinger world. And hey, all the ladies that you could handle are waiting for you, right? All the ladies, all different type of flavors, races, backgrounds are at the parties. You can't wait to throw on a condom and get to work, right? Right? I get it. But just like you like to get to work, if you bring your wife there, somebody else is ready to get to work. And that's what we're going to see today. Brother going to be hurting. This brother's going to be, you're going to see a brother hurting because he was so excited to bring his wife into a world that he wasn't ready for. So we're going to listen to stories upon stories of people that have gone into the swinger world, never to make it back the same. But before we do all that, shout out to all you guys that are here. Oh man, we got a good one. We got a good one tonight. Goodness gracious. I'm like, come on, dude. Really? You gonna take your wife up in there? I'm talking about we're gonna hit some stories upon stories of several people that either got invited into the swinger world, that either were thinking about getting to the swinger world, those that enjoy the swinger world. We're gonna hear from some Latinas here in Colombia. Yes, there is a huge swinger population here in South America, and that includes Colombia. If you think Latin people don't get down, if you think Latin people freaky one-on-one, wait until you see them in the swinger world. Let's get a shout out to all you guys that are here right out the gate. Shout out to Will being here with the love. Appreciate you, brother. Always with the love on the PayPal as well as the love in the super chat. It's a good evening, Andre, and chat family. Please support the show by Cash App, PayPal, and super chats. We appreciate that, guys. We really do. He said, on a very interesting topic. Yes, get your popcorn ready, gentlemen. We're going to be doing some laughing tonight. We will be doing laughing tonight. Get your popcorn and your cocktail for this one. Stay strong, gents. This is one. If you ain't ready for this one, you might not want to watch this episode. This is one for the history books. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to David Dice of the Dice family. Shout out to David being here. He said, Dre, I gotta be tripping. Grown man took his wife. Yes. This is very common. We're going to talk about my experiences. Some of you guys may have had experiences in the swing world, let's put it the lifestyle world. To a swinger club to be generous with her box. You'll see why he thought it was okay. We're going to talk about that. Because when I was in that world, this was the mindset of a lot of brothers. They only thought about themselves. Oh man, I'm going there, I'm about to smash all these chicks, it's going to be good. I'm about to get crazy. That's how a lot of dudes thought, right? But they forgot when they brought their girlfriend or in many cases, their wives. Somebody else was thinking the same thing about going crazy inside his wife. And dudes don't think about that part. He said, how he mad this generation, right? How is he mad now? This generation is different in the worst way. I will tell you something. Speaking of generations, the average age of a swinger, let me turn the music down just a little bit. The average age of a swinger is 38. Swingers or lifestyle people are usually professionals, people that are in their mid 30s on up. It's usually not the young folks that's swinging. It's usually the mature audiences that are 30 and up. You'll find some young people involved in it, but it's usually 30 and up. The average age is 38. Of course, I had to look that up too. Let's give a shout out to our sponsor of the night thus far. All you guys are the sponsors of the night. Evan is in the building, and Evan says this with the $20 love. He said, hey, Dre. He said, me being a single 32-year-old tiger male, he said, I've been to swinger clubs worldwide. It's so easy to sleep with someone else's wife. Is it not, brother? Is it not? Sleep with somebody else's wife at these events. Most of the husbands get jealous. I have caused so many divorces. Yeah, they be arguing in the parking lot. You ever want to hear some arguing going on? Yeah, after the swinger event, they be in the parking lot, mad in them up. Yeah. So shout out to you guys. Let me scroll down. and give a shout out to all the other gentlemen that's coming in here slowly but surely. Shout out to my brother, Hombre Lobo, being in the building for his 18 months of being a member. We appreciate that, brother. He say, Andre David put me on a banger. It is a cadenza. Oh, let me see. Let me write that down. Let me write that down. By Unique Luxury. Okay, cool. Let me write that down. You know, always looking for a good cologne. Cadenise. By Unique Luxury. Okay, cool. I appreciate that, brother. Plus, you say it's fire. Let me scroll to the top and give a shout out to the guys that were here. MAB numero uno. Numero uno. He said, that's not your chick. That's not your wife. It's just your turn. Oh, that would hurt my chest. I won't even lie. I was telling Andre about this episode, and we both were like, can't do it. Can't coach with him. Can't play with him. Yeah, we can't do it. I won't even lie. He said, I'm confused. Why in the world would you take your wife to a swingers party? A lot of times it's married couples. He said, this generation is different. This generation is different. I swear, Gen Z behave. Yeah, man. A lot of it is millennial. This is the crazy part. Most swingers are millennials and Gen X. Generation X and millennials are most swingers in the world. Yeah, shout out to you once again, Hombre Lobo, being in the building. Let me scroll to my man Ahmad being here. Appreciate you, Mr. Milner. Glad that you're here. Salute to you, kind sir. Salute to you. And Ronan Travers. Shout out to Ronan Travelers being in the building. He said salute, and I say salute to you as well, brother. Glad to see that you're here. He said, good morning. Yes, over there in Southeast Asia, to all you guys that are enjoying yourselves in the Philippines and in Thailand, Japan, China, Malaysia, Cambodia. Shout out to all you guys that are in Mongolia, enjoying yourselves in Korea and so forth. Good morning to all you guys over there. Shout out to my uncle, who the one that put me onto this video. I was actually editing this particular topic at the same time he put me on to this particular video that we're going to be watching. So I kind of blended everything that I was already working on with this subject matter. Yeah, this man took his wife. Yeah, you're going to hear a few stories tonight. Not just one story. Get your big bowl of popcorn out in a nice cocktail or a nice beer, nice cerveza. Because you're going to hear a few stories where dudes just basically shedding tears. You're going to see grown men ready to shed tears. One brother said, he said, I was so mad, I just started crying. Brother said, I was so mad, I just started crying. I said, man, I feel you, brother. I feel you. As many wives that I was beating down in the swinger parties, I feel you. Dude, when you see another dude treating your wife like a rental car, ooh, that hurt. Ooh, that hurt. Yeah, this is going to be another barn burner tonight. Yes, sir. Jeffrey said this is going to be a good one tonight, fellas. He said, everyone thinks that they can swim until they got to go into the deep end. Read. Until it's time to go into the deep end. That's right. He said, then they realized they should have stayed in the shallow end. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good call, Jeffrey. Coming with the pineapples. Yes, sir. And for those that don't know, the pineapple is the logo or the emblem of Swinger World. The upright pineapple and the upside down pineapple. And we're going to talk about that tonight. Shout out to my brother Rico in the building. Glad to see that you're here. Salute to you, Rick. Glad to see that you're here, brother. And Will says this. Let me go back to what Will was saying. Will says, He said, I don't miss that lifestyle, but Ohio is in the top 10. I did not know this. I didn't know that about Ohio. He said, the stories I can tell you, Michigan and New York are in the top 2. I kind of knew that about Michigan. People travel all over. Yes, that was me. I was a traveler. I was hitting them parties all over the states. So I can't lie. Yes, that was me. Absolutely correct. I know you talking about the original flew out, man. In them swinger worlds, man. When a couple finds a lady that they're interested in, that couple. I know couples that's been flying out women for years. Long before men start talking about flying out, I know women that's been getting flown out in the 70s. In the 80s, they was getting flown out. Couples, wives, and husbands was flying women out. So yeah, I've been to a few events where a couple of women got flew out. That was bad too. Yes, they were. Yeah, so that flew out. Yeah. They do that in the swinger world, in the lifestyle world. Shout out to Kenny Peoples in the building. Always sharing great content. Appreciate you, brother Ken. And Delwyn representing. Salute to you, kind sir. Glad to see that you're here as well. Oh, we're gonna have a good one tonight for you, Delwyn. We're gonna have a good one, brother, tonight. Let me scroll down a little further. Got 30 people in the building. It gives us enough people, but until Mon Spaghetti-O come in the building, we're good now. Now we are good with Mon Spaghetti-O in the building and Mr. E-Man Perry. Salute to you as well. Glad to see you guys here. Oh, we're gonna have some fun tonight. we gonna have some fun tonight. I wish I could be lying about it, but it's true. It's true. I'm just like you guys. I can't see how these dudes do it. How they bring their girlfriends or wives to swinger. Shout out to Bruce, Mr. M2 himself. Bruce says this. He says, it's crazy work watching your wife getting piped out by random dudes. Plural. Bruh, I'm telling you, I'm coming with stories tonight. Y'all better be ready. I'm coming with stories. I know this one Asian dude was breaking sisters' backs in. I was at this party, man. This one dude, Asian dude. You know, they ain't known to be no killers. This one Asian dude was a killer. Had them sisters squirting up the walls like it was paint guns. They was taking their turns. He running through them. He was running through this one sister so tough, bruh. She yelling and screaming so loud. The rest of us basically stopped what we were doing. Kid you not. We basically stopped what we were doing. We all just turned around and watched the show take place. This Asian dude was a monster. An Asian brother. So when y'all come in there and you think, well, that's an Asian dude. He ain't gonna do nothing to my girl. He ain't got no weaponry. He don't have no artillery. He an Asian dude. You okay? you okay? They don't make it into the party for nothing. Once again, shout out to my brother Rico in the building. Rick says this. He said, once you go down the rabbit hole like Alice in Wonderland, there is no turning back. Absolutely correct, brother. Shout out to my brother Ease in the building. Shout out to you, brother. Glad to see Easy Rollins representing. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Get your popcorns ready, like my brother Rico says. Get the big bowl. Shout out to my man Kofi in the building. I'm laughing already because I done seen the pain in these men's eyes. Wait till you see the pain in these men's eyes as they tell us stories. We're going to have a lot of women talking tonight, telling their stories, and we're going to have a lot of men talking tonight, telling their stories. And the men ain't got no good stories to tell, man. These dudes are crazy. I could never. I could never. Shout out to Bean being in the building. What up, though, brother? What up, though? Yes, sir. He said, Andre, he said, I'm talking about regular intro. He said, but it didn't show up. Yeah, we know how YouTube works out sometimes. Shout out to Chris Jeezy representing. Glad to see you here, brother. Glad to see you here. Oh, we hey, JC, I've been waiting for you anyway. I knew you was gonna show up tonight as well, brother. We got a good one. You're gonna like this one. He said, hello, Dre, following from the Thriving Scrolls. Yes, sir. He said, Las Vegas used to have a nice swinger environment. That I did remember because I know a couple of female friends I know, at least one that used to fly out to Vegas for events. A couple used to fly her out. Presently, it is more exclusive and invitation only. And I can see that. Shout out to Chulupe being in the building. Glad to see that you're here. Good evening to you. He says this. He said, I don't know how dudes can watch their lady get smashed, and yet they do. Black dudes do it, white dudes do it, Latin dudes do it. Bruh, it's crazy. Oh man, Nick says this. Shout out to Nick being in the building. Nick says, good evening, everyone. Hope I didn't miss too much. You didn't miss a thing, Nick. We're just doing the shout outs. You're right on cue. My brother D says this. He said, in the words of Sugar Free, shout out to Sugar Free. He said, you don't have the stomach. A lot of dudes don't have the stomach, Sugar Free. Sugar Free don't have the stomach. Good quote, D. Good quote. He said, you're right, William, man. He said, a big swingers club that used to be a Kmart in Colombia. Wow. I did not know that. And my brother Evan says this with the $20 love. Appreciate you, Evan. Once again, he says the best and the wildest swingers clubs that I've been to were in. I can imagine. Germany has the best ones. Hyena's husbands. He said, I've noticed that they get mad if their wives sleep with the brother, and they gotta watch it, and they gotta hear it. Because a lot of times the wife will say, I want a brother. I want him. Believe me, brothers, you'll be in there and the white dude will be like, well, Irma, come on, let's go. She was like, no, I want him before we leave. And the husband, no, he can't say nothing because he been smashing the sisters. So here we come walking through the door, ready to tell something like John Henry, right? And all the white dude can do is just stand there or sit there or sip a drink in another room and listen to his wife get pulverized. Take it from me. He said, I'm going to one in Knoxville, Tennessee. Shout out to Tennessee. He said, this Saturday. Yes, sir. And David says this, David Dice of the Dice family in the year of our Lord, 2026. He said, all jokes aside, he said, I don't know how he even took her to a swingers club, especially with all the STD. That's another thing going around. Now, when I was in swinger world, you could use condoms. So I know a lot, because in swinger world, for the most part, when I was in it, the ladies made the rules. So some ladies were cool without condoms, but most ladies, most of the time, you're gonna see them condoms in the swinger world because everybody want to be protected. Remember, these are older people. Remember, I'm not saying old. What I'm saying is these are people that are not in their 20s and irresponsible. I'm gonna tell y'all something, and most of you guys that have ever experienced swinger world, let's check. I got a shout out to everybody, including my brother Zay. Salute to you. And Zay is the grand finale for the shout out outside of DJ. He said, salute Dre. He said, in the past, I had a chick ask me about going to a swinger club. I said, she could go, but she better not ever come back to me. She never asked me again. She probably asking the next man after you. She said, after I'm done with Zay, I'm gonna go get me another man that can swing, swing, swing. DJ David says this. He said, Bob Barker's side piece I know a lot of Bob Barker content's been out lately. He said Bob Barker's side piece was getting cracked by black dudes. That I did know. And when he found out, all the racism came pouring out. That I did know about Bob Barker. We're talking about Bob Barker with The Price is Right. He became racist after he found out that his side chick was getting beat down, getting her coochie blew out by brothers. That's true. That is true. Crazy, but true. They shout out to Black Nubian in the building. Them Canadian brothers at it again, like always.
I told this guy where I was from. He said, "Oh, Canada."
Shout out to my Canadian brothers that are out there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said, I'll be catching the replay. Shout out to the replay crew, the guys that watch afterwards. Shout out to you guys. Let's scroll down. Let's change the music up. Let's change the music up because this is about to get fun. I can't stop laughing already. Like I said, when it came to the swinger world, man, I can't do it. I couldn't do it. Can't do it, couldn't do it as far as sharing. You know, like I said, I was talking to Andrea about as I was editing this episode, and Andrea was like, you ain't never got to worry about me coming to you asking you that. I said, baby, you ain't never got to worry about me coming to you asking either. I don't share. I do not share. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And a lot of you guys are just like me. You just aren't into sharing. Now, when I was in that world at one point in time, I would take a female colleague, like a co-worker, and we just pretend like we were a couple. If I kid you not, if I was in Colombia and I was single, true story. This how Andre think. If I was single in Colombia, and no matter where you go in the world, swinger world has a little stigma about single men. They want you there, but then they don't want you there because you didn't bring anybody for everybody else to snack on. If you get my drift. That's why it's not about men. I'll say this again. It's not about they don't want men in the swinger world. They don't want men to come and snack on their wives and girlfriends, and you didn't bring a wife or a girlfriend for the other guys to snack on. That's why they kind of like shun a little bit, just a little bit. They might raise up like if for a couple to get into the swinger club, it might be $50 for a couple. But if you're a single guy, it might be $75 to get in because you didn't bring anybody for somebody else to snack on. That's the stigma. The most part of that, most of you guys who have ever been in the swinger world can attest to this. Most men ain't gonna go anyway. Most men ain't gonna go. If you had somebody that you was with and you was down for swinger world, for the lifestyle, in other words, the new way of putting it, the lifestyle, most guys still wouldn't go. Some of you guys can put in the comments if I'm correct or not. You invite 50 women, you gonna get 75 women at the swinger spot. You invite 50 men, you might have 20 show up. Am I correct, gentlemen? Let me know if I'm wrong. Maybe it's changed. When I was there, you could invite 50 women, 75 gonna show up. You invite 50 men, you might get 20. You might get 20. I'm kind of pushing it with the 20. Men got a good talk game about our sex. But when it's time for the rubber to meet the road, we ain't about that life for real. We ain't about that life. We talk real good though. He said, go to school without bringing snacks for the whole class. Absolutely correct. Yep, because females, absolutely correct, Will, because females tell their girlfriends. And the girlfriend want to go, she want to see and she might want to participate. But the fellas don't show up like they should. He said, I love swinger clubs. He said, because it's a tiger's paradise. Absolutely correct. He said, I'm prowling to hunt. Absolutely correct. That's why I always say, before I got married, I was a saber-toothed tiger. I like to hunt for my meal. He said, planning to go to a swinger spot in Brazil later this year. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Like I said, if it were me, some of y'all dudes like to do pay for play. You know what? True story. This is the mind of Andre Spence. If I was single, running around Colombia after my swinger world experiences, I'm gonna tell you something for real. I would get a pay for play to pretend to be my wife or girlfriend. We about to go into this swinger world. I'm not paying her to just be with her. I'm paying her to go into swinger world. I can smash her in swinger world and then smash all these other chicks in swinger world, these wives and girlfriends in swinger world, put her in an Uber, drop her off. I don't see why y'all don't take advantage of swinger world and pay for play to be your side piece. The other dudes can smash. You be like, hey, listen, I'm paying you for the night. You have all the sex you want or the drinks you want. If you don't want to have sex, you just want to watch people, you can do whatever you want. But it's going to be me to you tonight. Me and you, this is how we date. We on a date tonight. Have all the fun you want. Collect all the phone numbers you want. When we walk in here, we're going to share some drinks. We're going to pretend like we're going to get to know each other. Oh, I'm paying you for this intimacy. So I'm paying you, but we ain't going back to no Airbnb, my Airbnb. We ain't going back to my hotel room. We going directly to the swinger club because it stay open till like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna hit you. I'm hitting her. I'm gonna hit her, and I'm gonna hit her. And anybody else you want to let hit you, have fun, enjoy yourself. For real, I don't see why y'all not taking as many swinger spots in Colombia. Y'all ain't taking advantage of none of them. Bruh, these Colombians, man, as I was making this episode, like I said, I got a few Latin ones and I translated it. I did a translate. So you're going to see a couple of episodes, but the Latin women that you see in this episode are all Colombians. It is heavy in South America. Wish I would pay for play. It's just you, just you, huh? Let's go to the swinger spot. For real. Let's go to the swinger spot. That's the mind of Andre Spence. He said, no. He said, it's only going to be one Johnson in the room. That's me. Now you can separate. See, that's the part that people think. People think that swinger world is just this all just one big orgy all over. You could go into the group. You could go into separate rooms, the bathroom. A lot of swinger spots got separate areas that you could go to. So if it's just you and that person. I had a swinger friend of mine. She could not orgasm in swinger world. She said, I love swinger world. I had a great time in swinger world. I just couldn't. She said, I love my orgasms. She said, but I just never felt comfortable enough to orgasm. She said, I enjoy the sex. Wonderful. But outside of swinger world, she was busting like crazy. So I get where y'all coming from. So some people are like, and that's the key part. Most people are voyeurists. Most couples that go into swinger world, they just go to look. They want to see live scornography. They want to see some live scornography. Most people come in just to watch and then go home and get their freak on, or they get their freak on right there as a couple. So there's no rule that says that if you come in that night, you got to share your wife. There's no rule. Okay. Kofi says this. He said, what I heard about the world, he said, no matter what the rules get laid down between couples, someone is going to break them. This is common. This is common. And it's usually the woman. It is. It is. Oh my God, it is. If a woman sees something that because a lot of times the woman makes the rules. Like the woman will say, you know, no kissing, no body fluid. I don't want you to eat my coochie. In other words, I just want penetration, blah, 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 blah. So she makes the rules because you always want the women to be comfortable no matter what. But then if she sees somebody that she really want, she don't give a damn about the rules that she made up. That is so true. That is so true. That is so true. Let's get ready to get started with the videos. Let's get started with the videos, gentlemen. We're about to have some fun. I feel sorry for this brother. This is just one of many stories we're going to see tonight. Almost lost my wife at a swinger party.
Story time on how I almost lost my wife after going to a swingers party.
Time on how I went to a party for bisexual people, poly, swingers, all these things, you know, knowing that I'm bisexual, I just went there to have a good time.
I found out my ex-girlfriend was a swinger, unicorn, whatever they fucking call it.
Like I just seen a group of at a restaurant, but I don't know.
Baby mama to Atlanta went to a swingers club and turned up. This big black 6'6" muscle head came over and wanted to join them. I had to agree because that's what we talked about beforehand. This was both on our bucket list. This dude pulled out an elephant trunk. I told him, you're not putting that in my girl. This heifer said, I want it. She's gagging for it. You just have to sit there and accept it. Oh. You man. That would right. I had to watch my girl get slaughtered. He went over there while he was doing it and rubbed her forehead to tell her it'd be okay. Slaughtered.
In the black community, when it comes to swing mindsets and ethical non-monogamy, it is so hard for people to transition because of the religious aspect of things.
You're right. In the black community, because of our religious beliefs, quite often, you don't see that many black swingers. But I will tell you this, it is a growing phenomenon in the black community. The stigma of swingers are just creepy people, that's gone. The stigma of swingers being older, out of shape people, that's not true. You do have some swinger spots where people are in their 60s and 70s, and yeah, they got the bodies of 60 or 70-year-olds. But I'm telling you, there are a lot of swinger clubs and a lot of swinger parties that do not allow a person that's unattractive to be in the spot. I'll say that again. There are swinger spots that will not allow, if you are not attractive, you can't get in. If you look like nobody wants to snack on you and you're not bringing somebody that people want to snack on, you cannot get into every swinger party. A lot of swinger parties are like Miami clubs, South Beach clubs. Not everybody can get in. Even if you got money, they just don't allow it. My man Kofi says this. He said the lifestyle is like dating apps. There's guys there, but it's always will be easy for women. Always, absolutely correct. Shout out to my brother AMSM, a man supporting men in the building. That's absolutely correct, Kofi. Salute to you as well, brother. Salute to you as well, and everyone in the chat. Let's get back to the video. So this brother was absolutely correct. And he and his girl, I looked at their page, they're full-fledged into the lifestyle. And what he was saying that, you know, because of the religion, strong religious belief in our communities, a lot of us don't get involved in swinging, but a lot of people are. It'll amaze you, man. The black people that are in the swinger world, and they cool as can be too, bro. Some of the cool. It's kind of odd, man. Some of the coolest people you will ever meet are in the swinger world. It's the craziest thing. Shout out to LJ, the Southern Vegan, is in the house.
Nah, like real talk. My first encounter with like a swinger couple, her name was Melissa. She was really pretty for her being like 40. And we were at the bar and we were making out. And she was like, do you want to go home with me? I was like, yes. And so, but she was like, cool. I had to tell my husband first. And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, he has to meet you. He's here. And I was like, he's here at the bar? He's here? She was like, yeah, he's going to meet you and like say it's cool or not. And I was weirded out because I didn't know what was going on. And so I met the dude, and it was a short, bald, white dude. And I was like, hey, he was like, yeah, this is a good one you got today. Yeah, I like big ones like this. I ended up not going. It kind of threw me off. She still follows me on here, so she sees the story. I'm sorry. But yeah.
A story time of how I found out my ex-girlfriend was a swinger / unicorn, whatever they like to fucking call it. So she was going on a 5-day cruise.
Y'all gonna love this one. Get your popcorn out for this one.
Cruise with her girls, the Cosmoselle.
His girl goes on a girls trip, 5 days on a cruise, Cozumel, Mexico. And here's what happens.
Cosmoselle, whatever the fuck you pronounce it, Mexico, right? For 5 days. Boom. So they had to leave out of Galveston. So I give her kisses, goodbye, baby. I can't wait to see you again. You have fun. You be safe and let me know if you need anything. So they go on a cruise. They having a good time. She sending me pictures of what she wearing and shit. She looking good. So every time she get the chance to get on some Wi-Fi to talk to me, we have a quick little conversation about her date. So she get back, and I was so excited. I went down to Galveston to pick her up from the docks. So we come back to the house, and I'm like, baby, you relax. Let me unpack all this shit in your bag. You go get in the shower, do what you need to do, wind down, boom, boom, boom. So as I get to unpacking her shit, I just started taking stuff out, and I just started noticing like a couple of her stuff had pineapples on it. I didn't think nothing of it, right? And then I take everything out the little toiletry bag. She had pineapple earrings, and I'm like, she must love pineapples. She ain't never told me nothing about this. I ain't know that she was a fucking pineapple lover like this after a fucking year with me being with her. So I take all her shit to the laundry that to be washed. I put everything up and I set all the jewelry and stuff on the Jack and Jill, his and hers, whatever you want to call it, counters in the bathroom. So I sit down on my couch and then I just open up TikTok. 1, 2, 3 scrolls. Third scroll, it's a video of somebody taking a pineapple and dropping it in front of somebody's door on a cruise.
Okay. For those who are part of the swinger world, the pineapple represents not what not what the one comedian said. This is the safe word, pineapple. Pineapple represents, it's the logo, it's the emblem of the swinger world. If you see somebody with a straight up pineapple, that's a couple that might be there for voyeurism. If you see a pineapple upside down, a tattoo upside down pineapple on a t-shirt, upside down pineapple that is a necklace. If you see a woman that has a lot of pineapples, whether it be straight up or upside down, especially upside down pineapples, that means that they're down for anything upside down. What's a unicorn? Because you're going to hear that a lot tonight. Is a woman that is bisexual, and for the most part, she's into couples. She's bisexual, and she's mostly into couples. That's why she's a unicorn. She's rare. So she's not just into a man, and she's not just into women. She's into both. He's finding out that his girl on a cruise, on a spice cruise, that's what it's called, a spicy cruise. Not just swinger world cruise, but spicy cruise. And he's unpacking her stuff, and he's noticing all these pineapples. Yeah, like Kevin Hart said, the pineapples. When he said that, I was like, let me find out Kevin Hart in the swinger world, right? And so, and so he's finding out that his girl is into couples, and the things that he's gonna see. Yeah, shout out to my man Charles Ben in the building. He said, I live in Mexico. He said, if your girl goes to Cancun alone, she's getting smashed to smithereens. Chicks from America give up the cat super easy. Yep. Yeah, he washed all her swing. Yeah, he helping her wash her clothes. He washing all the swinger clothes with everybody else's fluids all over it. Let's go back.
So I'm like, what the fuck that mean? So I go down a rabbit hole, pineapple on the cruise. Go down this fucking rabbit hole. My eyes are deceiving me. So I'm just seeing all this shit talk about swingers and unicorns, and whole time I thought that to be a swinger has to be two couples. I'm just ignorant as hell. So I'm like, nah, cause all the videos and shit that she sent me, she ain't have no pineapple bikinis on, no pineapple two pieces, nothing had a pineapple on, not the earrings, nothing. So I ain't never seen that shit. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. She had a phone in the bathroom with her. I go through that iPad. This is why I don't like pink iPads. Fuck them pink iPads. So I go to the iPad. Y'all, it's a video of this woman eating my girl coochie so good. Eating her coochie better than I ever ate her fucking coochie. And this man is mashing her throat.
Yeah, you heard it. Yeah, you heard it. Yeah, you heard it. The lady is snacking her in ways that he's never snacked. He's seeing his own girl's juices spread all over the walls, all over the floor, seeing her herbs and spices squirting all over the place. She losing her mind, shaking, quivering, going through convulsions. He looking at her coochie lips, just seizuring. That's enough for him, just driving him crazy. Because he ain't never seen his girl being snacked on other than by him. So it's already enough to see a woman snacking on your woman. Then you see a man pulverizing your woman's throat. Pulverizing her throat. I mean, head on the edge of the bed, laid all the way, tilted all the way back. And she just taking it like, just taking it. Like a cement, taking the jack from a, just, she taking it. Shout out to the official one in the building. But man, see, that's another reason don't go through your woman's stuff. Because you get to finding out stuff you ain't got no business finding out. He said AMSM said there's a YouTuber that talks about the underground S world. You guys just don't know what these women are into or are into or be into. I'm here to tell you, I'm not surprised. I've seen it many a nights, many a moons. But it's sad to see brothers that ain't in that world. And I'm serious. I feel kind of sad for the brother, because it's sad to see brothers in others that are not in that world, that don't even think about that world. And you find out that your girl was a swinger before you. Dude, I kid you not. Maybe some of you guys have. I've dated women and found out they were swingers after I've dated them. I mean, some of the coolest professional career women in corporate America And when you go to their house, you be looking like, this is nice, LaWanda. Okay, I'll see what God has done for you. And bruh, it's like Houdini said, the freaks come out at night. She take off them corporate clothes and she put on that cat suit or the dog collar, and it is on and cracking. Man, I thought, man, true story. I thought one time I was going to a just meet some professional good dude. I think I told y'all this story. It was on my second week in Tampa. Met this sister online, real cool professional sister, came over to her crib. She was really cool, good people. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hang out with her for a minute, right? She said, well, I got 2 roommates. They're guys. I hope you don't mind. I said, I'll be tripping on roommates. It was a big, beautiful home. The guys came in, man, cool brothers, man. They were professionals. So you got all these white collar brothers, and you got the brothers, 2 brothers, white collar. You got the sister, white collar. She said, well, my friend's coming over. Then the white collar Italian came through. The white collar Jamaican chicks came through. The white collar ladies. I'm talking about all these people, professionals, bro. I'm like, man, it's good networking, getting to know all these good people. Man, I done walked my butt into a swinger party. Didn't even know it. Had no signs of it. Didn't know she was swinger at all. Some of you guys are in relationships with women that are part of the lifestyle, that live the lifestyle. They just don't do it. They just don't do it around you. Girls' night out is girls' night out. Some of y'all dating a swinger right now, a Colombian swinger. You don't even know it. You don't even know it. You think that I'm telling you, you cannot tell somebody's in the swinger world. It's usually people that are making, this is the funny part, people that have education, careers. Dudes, I've met attorneys, doctors, lawyers, judges, judges' wives. I'm telling you, dude, it is not a stereotype of what y'all think is just a bunch of young people just all over the place. That's scornography. In scornography, you see that where everybody is under 30. Bruh, in real life, these are all professional people for the most part. It's the craziest thing. The craziest thing. So you never know. Diabolical. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. You got diabolical women and you got dastardly dudes like I was. Dastardly? Oh, man. You know, most swinger parties are bring your BYOB, bring your own drinks. So you're bringing your drinks and put them at the table. And then, you know, the guys would chip in. If you're a guy and you plan on coming, you would chip in on all the snacks and the cheeses and all, you know, the platters. But yeah, oh man, bruh. You say, but they need to tell you, or else it's deception. This is not a. You know, if you're a pay for play, you need to tell me, or it's deception. Man, women don't owe you nothing. Women don't owe you nothing. So you might want to have a long discussion with her, but I'm telling you, man, you guys will be amazed at how many of y'all women are into swinger world and are the nicest people. And that's one thing I can say. Swinger world, any of you guys that's in swinger world or have ever been in swinger world, hear me out. Do you see ghetto people in the swinger world? Any ratchetness at all? Rednecks? Any hillbillies? White trash? Ninjas? I have never been to a swinger world party or club and ninjas was in there. Ever. I'll say this again. Ever. I ain't never been in one where white trash was in there. Rednecks. You want to be in a spot where racism comes to an end, go to a swinger party. If you want to see the end of racism, go to a swinger party. Everybody getting it in. White dudes could be as mad as they want to. You know, it's like a trend right now on YouTube, on TikTok, of white men hating on white women who have dated a black guy. It's like a trend going right now where they ask them, have you ever been with anybody else? Meaning a black guy. So white women are coming on TikTok telling their stories. In the swinger world, white women don't give a damn what white men got to say about being with a black man. They do not care. The white dude, all he could do is just stay in there. And then a lot of times, the white dudes be like, hey, you got a big one tonight, babe. I told y'all, man, that one time, man, this white dude was a judge. A judge. Basketball game is on that way. He looking at the basketball game, holding his wife's hand. He's looking at the game. Wife facing this way and giving your boy firehead. The judge wife giving your boy Dre firehead. He ain't bat an eye. He watching the basketball game, holding his wife's hand. Now, ask me if I could do something crazy like that. No, I couldn't do it. But I could take advantage of the fool that does. I'm gonna say this again. I can't do it, but I will take advantage of the fool that does think that he can dare tread his wife in my presence and she won't get smashed at that time period in life. Right, collecting data, I know. Why I don't get it. But what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And here's the kicker about swinger world that men don't understand. Men, hear me out. You're going to hear a story tonight to where a guy that thinks like you guys. This dude thought he could go into swinger world with his wife and snack on everybody else's wives. And a lot of dudes think like that. Well, I'll go in and I'll do snacking. Do you want to be snacked on? No, baby, I don't want anybody to snack on me. I don't want nobody to touch me. You go have fun. Not even 10 minutes later, as soon as you walk into the other room and start snacking on somebody, your wife or your girlfriend is getting snacked on in a major way. Now she chose you. She don't want to get snacked on because she know it's gonna hurt your little feelings as a man. I'm with that. But a lot of guys don't realize women like to get snacked on more than men do. That's why you see more women at the swinger events, at the swinger clubs, at the swinger cruises. Women like to get snacked on way more than men do. Why? Because us men don't like to share. Women don't. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all ready? A lot of times women don't have a problem with sharing as much as men have a problem with sharing. That's one of the number one reasons why you get less men at swinger events and more women. Because women don't have no problem with bringing their husband, bringing their boy, bringing you, and let you go on. Hey, baby, there go some Asian women over there. There's a couple Middle Eastern women over there. I know you wanted some Arabic. There's some Arabic over there, baby. Your woman will bring, I swear, bruh, women are not like men. Men are territorial. our territory, our woman. So we ain't ready to give it out that easy. But women, a woman, in order to get hers, she will sacrifice you. She will say, in order to get to Dexter St. Jacques, I gotta let my man go through a couple of white girls. And black women are like, all right, it will bring you to a swinger world and let you get with a couple of white girls just so she can walk over there and get with Dexter St. Jacques. They ain't got no problem with putting you on the altar and sacrificing you as the sacrificial lamb, brother. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Mr. Ace being in the building. Yeah, they have no problem with that. Shout out to Zeta being here as well. They have no problem with sacrificing you. Shout out to Strive for Excellence being in the building as well. Yeah, we're territorial creatures by nature. So no, we don't want to share. But women are emotional creatures by nature. They go by how they feel in that moment, not the rationality of that moment. We're thinking rational. You're my wife, you're my girlfriend, you're my woman, you're my responsibility. We think like that. Women think like, in order to get to that man, I got to sacrifice my man. Okay. Women be like, okay. And they will come to the swinger spots, bro. I kid you not. Strive says this. He said, your girl will give you another girl with no problem, but men will definitely not give another man to her with no problem. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Andrew says this. Shout out to Andrew Craig Jr. in the building. He said, no lie. He said, well, my friends or I shared women in the past. He said, I really don't care for her. Absolutely correct. Sad, but true. Reality. Absolutely correct. Let's go back to the video. That's a good point. So I'm going to bring this back for the guys because we just started, guys. I want to bring this back for the guys that just came in. This is the guy who found out his girl was going on a cruise trip in Mexico, in Cozumel, Mexico. Girls trip. He thought it was a regular girls trip. Come to find out it was a spicy trip. Spicy trip or spicy cruise is the swinger or lifestyle a cruise. So anytime you hear somebody say spicy cruise, it means that's a swinger club cruise. And they go year round. You know, it's not like it's a once a year. Shout out to Montrez in the building. Mr. Montgomery himself. So let's bring this story back to the beginning, which was kind of sad.
And I was like, hey, he was like, yeah, this is a good one you got today. Yeah, I like big ones like this. I ended up not going. It kind of threw me off. She still follows me on here, so she sees the story. I'm sorry. But yeah.
All right, y'all. Story time of how I found out my ex-girlfriend was a swinger / unicorn, whatever they fucking call it. So she was going on a 5-day cruise with her girls to Cozumel, whatever the fuck you pronounce it, Mexico, right? For 5 days. Boom. So they docked out of Galveston. So they had to leave out of Galveston. So I give her a kiss, goodbye, baby. I can't wait to see you again. You have fun. You be safe and let me know if you need anything. So they go on a cruise. They having a good time. She's pitching and the shit. She looking good. So every time she get a chance to get on some Wi-Fi to talk to me, we have a little quick little conversation. And she go on about her date. So she get back, and I was so excited. I went down to Galveston to pick her up from the dock. So we come back to the house, and I'm like, baby, you relax. Let me unpack all this shit in your bag. You go get in the shower, do what you need to do, wind down, boom, boom, boom. So as I get to unpacking her shit, I just started taking stuff out, and I just started noticing like a couple of her stuff had pineapples on it. I didn't think nothing of it, right? And then I take everything out the little toiletry bag. She had pineapple earrings, and I'm like,
I'm loving it. I won't lie. If you ever been in a swinger world, you know what the symbol of pineapple is. You know, pineapple is just the universal sign for a person being a swinger, right? And there's other signs, but the pineapple is the number one, especially the upside down pineapple. That means that you're down for anything. You don't have a safe word. You don't have a safe word, pineapple. So yeah, so he's seeing all this pineapple stuff, and I'm laughing because I know what it is, but this brother doesn't. Shout out to Black Cleaner in the building. He said, just listen to you. Got my stomach queasy.
She must love pineapples. She ain't never told me nothing about this. I ain't know that she was a fucking pineapple lover like this after a fucking year with me. So I take all his shit to the laundry that need to be washed, and I put everything up, and I put the jury and stuff on the Jack and Jill, his and hers, what do you want to call it, counters in the bathroom. So I sit down on my couch, and then I just open up TikTok. 1, 2, 3 scrolls. Third scroll, it's a video of somebody taking a pineapple and dropping it in the front of somebody.
Yeah, that's how you do on the swinger cruise. This is exactly how you do it. You will actually take pineapples. Now, E-Man Perry said, what other fruit? Only one fruit. One universal fruit is the pineapple. Now, you know, you got your emojis and stuff like that that people know universally for the, you know, the eggplant and all that. But that has nothing to do with Swinger World. Swinger World or lifestyle, let's put it like this, lifestyle world. The only universal logo is the pineapple. And he's absolutely correct. You take the pineapple, you put it in front of somebody's door. Is it on and popping here or what? You take if you can make that pineapple sit upside down, is it on and cracking? Now you could they're not taking a real pineapple sometime. They may take a plastic pineapple. They may take a small little keychain looking pineapple. They may take a real pineapple and put it in front of somebody's door and let that person know, hey, I saw you earlier. I saw your wife earlier. Hey, I'm interested. I'm interested. So yeah, the pineapple, you'll see somebody like with the pineapple earrings, she down. I'm telling y'all, this is a sign. Some of you guys have dated women with pineapple earrings and you thought it was all cute on a cruise. No, it ain't. I'm gonna tell y'all, no, it ain't. She know exactly what she doing with them pineapple earrings, and she is not thinking about no dang cruise. I just got these for the cruise. Why you tripping? She didn't just happen to grab pineapple earrings. She had to hunt for pineapple earrings. So let's be real. Like, you have to hunt for a pineapple shirt with upside down pineapples on it. So people know when they see you with it, I don't care where you are in the world. If a person sees you with a pineapple shirt, especially with an upside down pineapple, everybody in lifestyle world knows that you're in the lifestyle. Everybody knows it. So yeah. Yep. He said, I'm about to go to Walmart, buy like 10 pineapples. For real. That's right, DJ. He said, Jay, you about to have a lot of dudes checking for pineapples now. Facts. Facts. Bro, I was rocking the pineapple t-shirts. I got into the world. Remember I told you Black professionals. I got invited by my coworker. This is how I got in. I got invited by my female coworker. I wanted to smash her, but we never smashed. Even though we went to plenty of parties together, we never smashed. She invites me to a party. Nothing but Black professionals in there. Cool as can be. I mean, everybody having fun. We played, I should have known what was going on because we played Twisters. And I had played, you know how you spin the little thing, and then you know the little mat that you put down on the floor with the colors, and you just spin it around, and then you put your hand on the red, and you know, we're playing Twisters, right? So you got nothing but attractive people playing Twisters. So I should have knew what was going on at that time period, but I wasn't in the world yet. I ain't know nothing about pineapples yet, right? So we started playing the drinking game. Have you ever? Now, many of us have played the drinking game. Have you ever? Have you ever did this? Have you ever did that? If you've done it, take a drink. They started naming off stuff. I'm about the only one that's drinking. Have you ever slept with your boss? Have you ever slept with your boss in your boss's office? Have you ever slept with this person's wife? Have you ever slept with your pastor's wife? You know, I'm knocking them back. I'm like, oh, Enough is enough, people. I didn't even realize I'm being recruited. I didn't even realize, in hindsight, 2020, before knowing what the pineapple was and all, I didn't realize they were like, yes, he'd make a great candidate. Let's recruit him and see what he can do. Right? True story. I ain't know nothing. I'm thinking I'm just having a good time with black professionals, winding down on a Friday night. That's all I'm thinking. Next day, my coworker hit me up. Want to go to a party? Everybody that was there, they really liked you. They want to invite you to a party. I was like, cool. Still not thinking. Still not thinking. And so she said, and the guy that hosts a party, that's the guy who I'm dating. I said, all right, cool. Because I knew I want to go smash my coworker. We just became like cool. Like, how you just become cool with somebody? You'd be like, maybe she could hook me up with somebody, become a wing girl. And she became a heck of a wing girl. Because like I said, I didn't know what she was bringing me into. Next thing I know, next day we go to a party, open up the door, bunch of black professionals, couple of white couples, but mainly all black people. They give her a shout out, blah, blah, blah. Hey, girl, blah, blah. Hey, Andre, I see you made it. The people that saw me from the party last night. So I'm like, hey, y'all. Hey. She introduced me to the dude that's throwing a party. He was a brother from California. And they are meticulous. And me and him got cool like a couple of days later. And he told me, he said, man, I came out here to Tampa. He said, and the lifestyle parties I was seeing were not all attractive people, not for our age and the type of women that we want. He said, so I decided to do like we were doing in LA, in Vegas, and start throwing parties. But you have to have a certain look about you, a certain person. If you got a cool personality, he said, hey man, a lot of people told me about you last night at the party. I was like, last night at the party? Now, mind you, this was in Tampa, okay? My Tampa days, my 14 years being in Tampa. This was earlier. And kid you not, man, the next thing I know, man, it's on and cracking, bro. I found my tribe. Like they say now, I found my tribe. I found my tribe, man. Freaky professional black people with a couple of white people in there, blended in with a little bit of Latins walking around. Oh, I found my tribe. Right, I was eyes wide shut for real. Shout out to Tom Cruise. Seriously. And I probably was in that world, man, traveling and everything else, probably 3 years. 3 years. I had already done my research on Colombia. Man, I came to Cali on recon, bruh. I didn't come to Cali meeting Andrea. Y'all think I came to Cali to fall in love. Remember, I used to live in Medellin already. So I wasn't, and all my friends in Tampa, after a while, were either black swingers or Latinos and Latinas, Colombianas. So I was hanging out with the Colombians or I was hanging out with the black swingers in Tampa. That was basically it, outside of my Uncle Jeffrey. True story. So I come to Colombia. I'm thinking I'm about to blend the best of both worlds. Come to Colombia, be involved in a swinger world down here is on. Dude, that's why your boy never got caught up in the pay-for-play world. Why? My brain wasn't thinking about no damn on the streets. My brain was already programmed for 3 years. Why get one when I can get a bunch? Right? Why get one when I can go into a swinger club and get them all? So I'm doing recon from major cities. I'm doing recon in Cartagena. I'm doing recon here. I'm doing recon there. So I'm doing my homework too. What city is the number one for the freaky pineapples lifestyle? Cali. What? Now I'm already on the apps looking at every time I turn around. Ain't no but fine females in Cali. I'm like, dang, they got some fine ones in Cali. But I don't know what Cali is. I don't know at that time period. I don't know Cali was like the number. It was like the number. It was in the top 11 most dangerous cities in the world at that time period. I didn't know none of that. All I know is when I was going on the little dating apps where you could go on Tinder safely back in 2015, 16. And when I did my homework, it was number one for the swinger world. And all I was seeing was Cali baddies. Yeah, let me go ahead and get to Cali real quick. Came on down to Cali, ready to do my recon, ready to get my freak on. Guess who I see in the mall on the first trip? Your girl. Dream deferred. Wonk, wonk. Never made it to the Cali swinger world. True story. Never made it to the Cali swinger world. Never got a chance to smash him like I was doing in the States. Because I met your girl, Andrea. And it wasn't like I was like super serious in the beginning anyway. And we weren't. We just getting to know each other, right? But as I was coming down on my trips, every time I told myself, yeah, I'm gonna go to the swinger event this weekend, me and Andrea will be hanging out that weekend. So I never really got a chance. As I got to know Andrea more and more, the dreams start getting more and more deferred to be in Cali swinger world. But the number one in Colombia is Cali with the most swing. Not saying that Medellin ain't got none. I am not saying that. I'm just saying I didn't get a chance to get my freak on like I was doing in the States. And so that's the States was the last time I was getting my freak on. Yeah, bruh. I don't know who number 2 is. Probably Medellin. Medellin might be number 1 right about now. Shout out to Big Brother in Life. He said, it's a different world, Dre. He said, I'm still having fun in this world. He said, I knew it was always existed, but I could never get in until one weekend at the Exotica event. I went to the, oh man, this reminds me of, what's the event they used to have every year in San Francisco during Halloween? Oh my God, Exotic Erotic. I used to go to the Exotic Erotic party every year, every Halloween in San Francisco. That's like the swinger party of all swinger parties. In the Yay area, I got some stories for that one. They would have it in New York, the Exotic Erotic parties, and then they would have them in California and San Francisco on Halloween weekend. They stopped doing them for a while, but I think they brought them back over the last few years. Exotica events in Jersey 5 years ago and never looked back. Yeah, man. Kid you not. You meet some of the coolest people, dude. That probably was the part that surprised me the most. It wasn't the sex. It was not the sex that surprised me. What surprised me the most was you all collecting phone numbers, and just in real life, you just talking, just real life conversations, a cup of coffee, y'all texting each other, man. You got like this real tribe of cool people. It's just like all you guys that fish, and you meet all these dudes and ladies that like to go fishing, and y'all just some cool people together. Same thing with the lifestyle world. You meet some of the coolest people, and like I said, in the lifestyle world, there are no ninjas. You will not see ninjas in lifestyle world. You will not see nobody walking into a swinger club with their pants hanging down, starting fights, shootouts, all that. You ain't gonna see none of that. You are not gonna see poor, broke rednecks. Not in swinger world. I have never been to a swinger party, event, or cruise where it was broke, hood, ratchet people. You are not gonna see a bunch of bonnets running around on the cruise, making noise and starting fights. That does not happen in the lifestyle at all. You ain't gonna see Big LaWanda in them. He said, I went to exotic Miami. It was different. See, I didn't make it down there yet at that time period. Yep. I didn't make it down there. And I don't miss it, To each his own. I had that moment in time. He said God knew what he was doing. Absolutely correct. Ace, absolutely correct. That was a moment in time, and God was like, you got one plan, Andre. I got another plan. Yeah, you meet a lot of cool people. Yep. At AVA. Oh yeah, the adult video the adult video, I forget what the N stands for, in Vegas. Yep. Shout out to you guys. Let's continue on. Once again, his brother's telling about how his girl went on a cruise. He didn't know it was an adult cruise. Yeah. Plenty of them. A lot of the parties, man. A lot of the parties, if you're not what most people are looking for, you're not even allowed to come. If your woman is not what most people are looking for, now you have lifestyle parties and clubs where anybody's invited. If you're a wife and you're a husband and y'all good people, they'll let you in. The ones that I would go to where you had to have the look. If you was a big boy, like some of you dudes that walk around DR, you wasn't being invited to a lot of these swinger parties. A lot of swinger parties that I went to were just like South Beach, Miami. If you didn't have the look, you ain't getting in the club. You are not getting in the club because the party host never wanted the men that would come in to be unattractive to the women. They want men in the party because they're going to throw another party and word's going to get out that, hey, Dre was throwing a party and he ain't had nothing but a bunch of fat dudes that don't care about their health and they no personality. Dre had a bunch of shy, quiet dudes at his party. Dre throwing another one. I ain't going to his party no more. He ain't got no dudes that's in there that's about that life. And so can't throw another party, right? So the ones that I went to, they made sure that you had to look as a man. For women, there are parties and clubs that let any woman in. The ones I went to, if you was not fine, you couldn't get in. You had to be, if you was a big girl, you couldn't be no more than a 14, right? You had to be big girl fine. You had to be that big girl with that real pretty face. And you had the personality to go with it, that freaky personality to go with it. But you didn't have that big gut in the front. You was a big girl, but yours was just in your thighs and your butt and your breasts, but you got a small waist. Those were the big girls that was getting to the parties where I was going to. But just some fat olive shaped chick with the giant eyelashes and all that couldn't get in, couldn't pretend to get in. Every chick can get in. Every dude can get in. Shoot, when I was doing it, I was on my P90X. Remember P90X was popping? The exercise program that you could do at home, the CDs. Man, shoot, I was on my P90X at that time period. So yeah, I was looking good. I was looking scrumptious. So yeah, it was not everybody can get in. Like some spots, they let anybody in. Old people, ladies with the breasts hanging all down. There are a lot of spots that just let anybody in for the money. But there are a lot that will not let you in if you do not have the aesthetic that most women desire. And most women can't get in if they don't have the aesthetic that most men desire. That's serious. Yeah, yep. Have to fit the aesthetic. Absolutely correct. Yep. Absolutely correct. Let's continue on, Jim. Let's get back to the video. Let's get back to the video. We're just starting.
On a rabbit hole, pineapple on the cruise. Go down this fucking rabbit hole. My eyes are deceiving. So I'm just seeing all this shit talk about swingers and unicorns, and whole time I thought that to be a swinger has to be two couples. I'm just ignorant as hell. So I'm like, nah, because all the videos and shit that she sent me, she ain't have no pineapple bikinis on, no pineapple two pieces, nothing. Nothing had a pineapple on, not the earrings, nothing. So I ain't never seen that shit. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. She had a phone in the bathroom with her. I go through that iPad. This is why I don't like pink iPads. Fuck them pink iPads. So I go to the iPad. Y'all, it's a video of this woman eating my girl coochie so good. Eating her coochie better than I ever ate her fucking.
This is the funny part. Not only was his girl in that room, not only was, well, let him finish this part of the story.
Coochie. And this man is mashing her throat.
My man, he couldn't even get the words out his mouth. What I was about to say is, it's bad enough that there's a video that your girl got. In the room, not only he's saying he's seeing a video of a female eating his girl in a way he ain't never ate it. He ain't never thought about eating it like that. Her juice is all over the place. Then he looks and see his woman's mouth, throat wide open, being opened up like the Lincoln Tunnel, like the tunnel from Detroit to Canada, like the tunnel coming from the airport in Medellin, her throat being opened up like the airport tunnel. There's also a videographer in the room. There's also a videographer in the room that's walking around the whole scene, getting the record in. And not only did the couple get a copy of it, she got a copy of it in her phone. This is your woman that he was so excited to see that he went down to Galveston, Texas, to where the boats come in to meet her. Ooh. Yeah, probably, definitely. An audience standing behind watching it pop off. Because a lot of people don't realize, like, most people that are in the world, in that world, come in just for voyeurism. They just want to watch. Most people come in, they just want to watch other people be intimate. And then they go off to a private spot and they become intimate. You know, I'm turned on, baby. Let's go. She came back with a sore throat. She came back with a purse full of halls. Her throat can take you to the next galaxy. Seriously. She got all type of fluids still in her throat that she ain't swallowed yet. You say, that's why I can't get married. Especially in the States. Oh, I told y'all this episode gonna have y'all thinking. This episode gonna have y'all thinking, man.
With his dang lane. And I was just, my stomach instantly started balling up into knots and I instantly started crying. Because I was so mad. I was so sad.
Brother said she was getting hit so hard, he started crying. I told y'all men can't take it. I told y'all, brothers, y'all talk a good game when it comes to y'all ladies and y'all sex game. But if you see your wife having or your girlfriend having some real sex, y'all ain't ready for that one. He said, I got nauseous and I started crying. He didn't say I got mad. He said I got nauseous and I started crying. Looking at her, and it's the iPad. It's not the cell phone with the little screen. It's the iPad. He got the iPad with the nice size screen. He looking at he looking at 12 by 8 inches of screen of his girlfriend getting pulverized with the force of 1,000 Thors through her throat. her legs shaking, she orgasm all over. Just imagine your girl just busting orgasm after orgasm because of the female just eating her so good after orgasm. At the same time, she choking and shaking with that man down her throat. And a whole crowd of people standing behind the cameraman. My brother say in 4K. in cinema, in IMAX. In IMAX. Let's continue on, man. Let me not keep stopping on this man's story, but it's so good. We got a bunch more stories, believe you me.
Coochie better than I ever smashing her throat with his dang lane. And y'all, I was disgusted. My stomach instantly started balling up into knots, and I instantly started crying because I was so mad, I was so sad, I was so disgusted. I didn't know what to do. So at this point, I'm like, bruh, I need to make a move quick because I'm either gonna hurt somebody or hurt my fucking self, because this is not something I want to see. And it was no way for her to explain herself because I got her in 4K. So I'm like, Dom, you gotta do something. Dom, you gotta do something. Dom, you gotta do something.
Looks like you called it, Strife. The 4K looks like you called it.
Y'all, I just kept the video playing. I left my house for a couple hours. I'm pretty sure she had looked at it. I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. She was blowing me up. This was the only way I was able to get out of this house without hurting this gal. Without hurting her, I had to get out of that damn house. I said, please just get everything out my house, because if I come back to the house and you still there, I'm gonna go to jail and you might go to the mortuary. I said, just please leave. And I'm not playing it. Please don't take it lightly. I am not playing with you. Not playing. So I check on the Ring camera. She getting all her stuff together. She getting together and going. And I finally just built the courage up to go back to my house. I blocked on everything, and that was it. We ain't have a conversation. Don't know if the girl's still alive, but I say this to say, fellas, don't let them go on them fucking cruises. And smash them fucking pink iPads. And if she a nurse, put a track on.
Being a couple in an open relationship, this question probably gets asked the most often.
Wait a minute. She was a nurse too? Kevin Samuels told y'all to stay away from them nurses.
And it's always the misconception that only one person in the relationship wants to do this and the other one is just going along with it. For us, it was a team effort. We have been together since we were 15 years old, and we were each other's first everything. After we were together for about 6 years at this point, I asked him if he'd ever wondered what it was like to kiss another person. And like I said, we were each other's first everything. That question is what opened up the conversation to everything else. So from there, we had more conversations, and I had opened up to him about how I was always interested in women. We've been together since we were 15. I never really got an opportunity even to explore that at all. And we both knew that we wanted to stay together and to be together, but maybe this was something that we could experience together. So then the idea of opened up, we talked about that, and we said we were open to that. And then he actually brought up if he was going to be able to have an experience with another woman, then he thought that I should also be able to experience that with another man. And then our first experience actually ended up being a full swap with another couple. So it was really a team effort.
I share my partner, and my partner in turn shares me. Okay, so I'm a black male who is a swinger, but most call it the lifestyle these times, and they don't go by the term swinger, they go by the term lifestyle. But I want to address something that most people are afraid to say. Listen, guys, I don't mind sharing my girl with you, but it would only be fair if you bring your girl to share her as well.
He's saying, listen, guys, I don't mind sharing my girl with you, but you got to bring your girl for me to enjoy as well. He's making a great point in regards to swinger world. A lot of you guys don't want to bring a female. Bring a female friend. That's what I used to. I kid y'all not. I never brought any female that I was interested in. I only brought females that was kind of like, or females that I was just cool with. But somebody that I knew I was interested in, no. But females I was cool with, oh man, yeah, they can come. They can get this. Welcome to Swinger World. Yes, sir.
Lead me to acknowledgement and respect and boundaries. Listen, you obviously see that we're in a relationship. Why not address us both as if we're in a relationship, not just her? Have a little more respect. You know, just be a little bit more considerate. Or not. Just bring your partner. Let me smash her and respect her the same way you respect me. And I feel like it's an even exchange. Being in the lifestyle isn't about the sex. It's about the communication, the transparency, and the honesty that you can share with another individual outside of your main individual. Right? Maybe not. But I'm in tune. How about you? Tell me in the comments what y'all think below. Y'all think I'm wrong? Just came over here to borrow some sugar. That's Phillies. That's some Phillies.
They said me and bro trying to get into the swinger club to hit all the married women. But the husband hating. And that's it. You know what? That's how it is. If you ain't got no women with you and you're a man and you come to a swinger club, what for? What for? You got to bring something for somebody else to enjoy. Shout out to my man 313 Nate in the building.
I'm telling you, we ain't come to fuck up y'all little Bendazere Todd. These some bad bitches y'all got over here. We will not fuck that up in no kind of way. How y'all doing anyway?
Fine.
So a lot of y'all think that y'all know y'all girls, but y'all don't. Y'all out here getting sex fished. And I end up being a...
She said y'all getting sex fished. Not catfished. Sex fished. I love it.
Casualty as a result of that. Like, I know people think I tell everybody my business, but I really don't. This
lifestyle isn't about the sex. It's about the communication, the transparency, and the honesty that you can share with another individual outside of your main individual. Right? Maybe not. But I'm in tune. How about you? Tell me in the comments what y'all think below. Y'all think I'm wrong? Just came over here to borrow some sugar. That's Phillies. That's some Phillies. That's some Phillies. I'm telling you, we ain't come to fuck up y'all little Bendazere Todd. These some bad bitches y'all got over here. We will not fuck that up in no kind of way. How y'all doing anyway?
Fine.
So a lot of y'all think that y'all know y'all girls, but y'all don't. Y'all out here getting sex fished. And I end up being a casualty as a result of that. Like, I know people think I tell everybody my business, but I really don't. The shit that I don't tell y'all is book worthy, all right? Anyhow, y'all be out here listening to y'all girls when they be like, yes, I'll be poly. Yes, I have a threesome. Yes, I like other girls and all that. Lies and cheese fries. Couldn't be further from the goddamn truth, okay? So then I bring my finance over to your house, okay? Yes, I said fine, because if I don't think I'm fine, who else will think it, okay? I bring my ass over. I'll be chilling at the house. I say, your girl know? Yeah, she know. She know. Everything fine. You know what I mean? She down with it. We done had sex with other bitches and all that. That's my impression of a nigga who don't know what he getting himself into, okay? Next thing I know, we in a compromising position, and who comes busting through the door? Back with the jump off like Lil' Kim. Your bitch. Now me, I'm chilling. I ain't budging. I'm calm. You know what I'm saying? I'm just watching the whole show play out. I want to see what's going to happen next. Now, all of a sudden, the same chick that was like, I'm finna bust it wide open with 5 other bitches in a hot tub in Miami somewhere, you know, is drinking Bible, slamming doors, trying to fight you, and cussing your mom out. Stop listening. Stop listening to that mess, y'all. Everybody ain't meant to be like that, all right? Everybody is not bi. Everybody don't really like girls. Everybody ain't really poly. Like, bitches just be saying it. They just be saying it to make you feel like you want to be with them, okay? They want to be picked. Pick me. Pick me. They want to be chosen. Then if she come getting crazy with me, then I got to chop her in her fucking throat. You know, I'm the bad guy. Because you done set me the fuck up. And I really don't appreciate that shit, okay? It's happened to me quite a few times, you know, and I'm getting tired of it. Check your hoes.
So they.
Before we go into our Colombian girl, Sophia, Dre says this, random question. What's the best way for solo? The best way, I'm going to give you the answer. For solo guys to get into swinger world, find a female friend to go with. I'm actually intrigued. That's the best way. That's the best way. Bring somebody else for others to snack on. You know why BYOB? You know, like when you go over somebody's house and you bring the liquor. It's the same courtesy. I know a lot of you guys don't see it like that, but that's what it is. It's the same courtesy. Bring somebody attractive. Don't be bringing none of your fat friends that you don't want. Bring somebody attractive. That's why I said, Andre, if it were me coming to Colombia and I was single, ain't no way in the world I'm going to do pay for play with just one chick. I'm going to get me a pay for play and she and I going to the swinger world. We going to every swinger club. We ain't going to my Airbnb. We going to hit up at least 4 swinger clubs tonight. 2 swinger clubs tonight. Bring somebody that everybody else want to devour. A chick that you met in Colombia that you ain't even that serious with, that you met her online. Y'all like to meet chicks online all the time. Dude, meet the chicks online and take them to swinger world. If you smash the chick you met online, cool. But if you don't and you smash 5-6 other chicks that night, that's a win-win. Y'all run around Colombia, mess around with one chick at a time. I wish I was single like y'all in that instance. So yeah, the best way of doing it is being courteous and bringing somebody that all the other dudes can snack on. I mean, you can show up and you can, as a man, you can show up as a man and don't bring anybody. And I'm gonna tell you, everybody's gonna look at you like you selfish. Now, will you still be able to join in the reindeer games like poor Rudolph? Yes. But you're gonna eventually have to bring somebody if you're going back to that spot and people get to know you. They look like, man, you ain't bringing nobody? Nobody that the other dudes can smash. Because that's how they look at it. Are you bringing somebody for us? Because I'm bringing my wife. Who you bringing? So you can't meet nobody off Plenty of Fish that you can bring for us to smash. That's how dudes gonna look at you. The women gonna look at you like, we want to take advantage of you, but man, I don't want my husband to be all unhappy, standing there with his arms folded, looking at me have sex with you because he ain't got nobody to have sex with because you didn't bring nobody for him. So yeah, female friends, female co-workers. Man, listen. He said, dudes don't have that level of game, Dre. I'm telling you, that's obvious here in Colombia. Bet you ain't never heard, check this out. Bet you ain't never heard nobody get robbed and drugged in Colombia in the swinger world, have you? Why? Because even here in Colombia, swinger world is nothing but Colombian professionals. People that got good careers, good jobs. You ain't gonna see nobody coming from the hills, up in those barrios in the hills, coming down to the swinger world on a motorcycle. You're gonna see cars lined up outside of the swinger spot. This is the funny part about swinger world in Colombia. Just like the States, you will drive past a swinger club and not even know it. Ain't no sign out front saying, hey, we're a lifestyle club. There are a lot of times you guys drive past lifestyle clubs. You don't even know it. You think that's an abandoned building. It's not. So here in Colombia, if it were me, man, I'd be meeting chicks just to recruit. I'm not gonna lie. Have you ever heard of the swinger world? Yeah, I'll be going on apps on purpose to be meeting chicks. Are we going back to your Airbnb? No. You ain't never heard nobody get drugged or robbed in the swinger world. They were at a swinger club and they found him on the floor, passed out. No. But y'all like to bring it back to y'all Airbnbs and hotels, so. Me, we going to the swinger world. Take a bus straight to swinger clubs. Let's go back to the video. So we got Sophia and her husband when they got divorced. And one of the things that was going on is about to surprise you.
They broke up, they're getting divorced, and sadly it's not a shock for me, and I want to just come forth right now because people at Tabloid just called me and they're threatening to tell the story that I obviously have known for a long time, and so I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Here's the juicy scoop. So here I am.
Now remember, this woman and her husband is allegedly in the lifestyle. She's letting y'all know that Sophia's husband allegedly is in the lifestyle
with Joe, and we've hung out. We know each other, whatever. It's been going on for a while. So, and then there's this.
And that's her husband.
And
with Sophia. Y'all didn't know that about Sophia, huh? Allegedly. 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 So let's continue on.
And there's this. That's my husband, Peter, and Sophia. And before the rumors start of swinging or whatever, or that this is the reason that she and Joe broke up, I'm going to let them tell that story, and I'm going to keep their privacy. Let's just keep it all private and keep my privacy too.
I've been in the swinging lifestyle for over 10 years now, so I have lots of story times to tell. This is one of my embarrassing stories. We were at a swingers club and we meet this couple, and they actually weren't really a couple. She was a unicorn and he was a single guy, but they were there together. So they were partnered at the time.
Now, this was me. I'm glad she said that. They were together as a couple, but not a couple. She said the girl was a unicorn, meaning that she was into married couples. That's what a unicorn is. She likes girls and a guy, and usually she likes couples. Once again, unicorns are women that like couples, not just men, not just women. A unicorn is a woman in swinger world that likes both. She wants both at the same time. And she also said that the guy that she was with, just a regular guy in the world, in the swinger world. That was me. I had my female friend. She was a unicorn. And then there was me. That was my gateway in, because I was hanging out with the unicorn. And so I could go to the parties every weekend. Yep, Jada and Will back in the day.
He was really hot, so was he, but she was very, very hot. I mean, to this day, the most amazing, confident aura of a woman I've ever seen. She's wearing this Harley Quinn outfit. I don't even remember what the theme was. I don't even think it was Halloween. I don't know, but she had a Harley Quinn outfit on with the put-in choker and everything. So hot. I specifically remember her necklace because we were all sitting in this corner area with a couch, and I complimented her necklace. I was like, I love your necklace, and she goes, I love kissing pretty girls. So we make out, we're all hanging out, and then later on throughout the night, she goes up to my husband, he's sitting next to me, and she kind of crawls over and she goes, "Do you want me?" And then he was like, "Yeah." And so we go to one of the playrooms, and this is probably TMI, but this whole story is TMI, my whole account is TMI. But ladies, do you ever wear a tampon whenever you're not on your period, or even if you're not spotting, because sometimes it's just easier to have it kind of suck up the juices?
Now she's saying that she gets so moist when she's about to have sex. She doesn't want to be too moist. And I know women like this. And I've said, bruh, whew, in the swinger world. And so she said she puts in a tampon to soak up the moisture, because that's how wet she gets even before they get started. And she doesn't want to get too moist.
Then before, you can just kind of take it out. Okay, so that was, especially whenever we like go to play parties and stuff, sometimes I just don't want it to be like so wet, okay, before we get to the play part. Sue me. Also, I'm not saying that is a healthy thing to do, it's just something that I have done. Anyway, so we are in the play room, play area, so we have like a private section. It's not really private, it's like covered by curtains, okay, but it is a private bed. So we are kind of getting down to it, and then
So like
she's about
I said,
to go.
you can be in public, or you can be and do your thing in private. Where a lot of guys think that it's just one big fun fest, flesh fest, and you have to be in public. No, you don't. You don't.
Down on me, and she's like, "Are you on your period?" And I was like, "No." And then she was like, "But you have a tampon in." And I was like, and at this point, I don't really even know what to do, because I was already embarrassed. And I was like, "Oh, I'm not, but I was wearing it like just in case." And then everything else was kind of going on. And then I didn't want to have to like leave and it was getting so hot and steamy. And so then, well, I just pulled it out, and then we just kept going. And she,
Before she goes any further, shout out to her. She knows her body. She knows what she likes. She knows what she doesn't like. I remember I've told this story before. Probably my second, third time at a swinger event. And I saw this brother walk in with his white girl, right? And when she walked in, when that couple walked in, it's like when they went into a room, it was like a whole bunch of people just walked in the room behind them. And I was like, oh, wow, I don't know what's going on in here. You know, I don't know everything yet. It's on my third time. And the brother walked in with a duffel bag full of beach towels. And I'm like, why does this brother got beach towels? And so he laid like 2 or 3 of them on the bed, right? I said, maybe he's just trying to make everything, you know, like a pillow, but his pillow's in here. So I'm wondering, like, what the hell is he doing? When that white girl, now I saw why everybody was coming for the show. Because when she orgasmed and she squirted, bruh, and I'm talking about, you might as well paint the walls. I have never seen that much fluid come from a human body. Back to back. She went through those beats. It couldn't have been 5 minutes. It could not have been 5 minutes that woman had went through. We ain't talking about no regular towels. We're talking about some thick beach towels. Every time she bust, dude, you thought somebody just bust a water pipe in the bathroom. You know, it's one thing to see it, you know, when you're watching Scorn Hub, right? It's another thing to be with somebody who you with, and oh, she squirted a little bit. All right, I'm doing something, right? It's another thing when you see somebody in real life that's an extreme squirter. You looking like, what in the... And everybody stood around and watched the show, bruh. Kid you not. Kid you not, I kid. She came with the waterworks. With the waterworks. The craziest thing. Shout out to my brother Will with the $5 love on the PayPal. Appreciate you, brother. So yeah, it's just like that. She was going through, bruh, she went through them 6B styles so fast. I mean, and I'm talking about soaking wet. Soaking wet. It wasn't like a little drizzle. Man, them beast towels was so soaking wet, man. You thought somebody just put them in the washing machine and just pulled them out before it got the chance to spin. He said this episode is sponsored by My Baptized in the Lord of Jesus Christ, debauchery. You tell too much, Dre. Hey, why y'all think I love the Lord now? I've been delivered from a lot. Let's put it like this. If I was single, I would have no time to do Love Crossing Borders. Because I'd be in them streets. Praise the Lord for being the Lord. Yeah. Yeah, dude, it was crazy. And people loved it. Like I said, I've never seen that much fluid come from a human body ever, bruh. To this day, I've never seen that before. Yeah, this was definitely going on the Patreon, without a doubt. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's continue on.
Never made me feel bad or embarrassed. Nobody else did either. It literally was just like internal me thing, feeling so embarrassed that I can't believe I just like forgot that I had it in. I mean, everything was going on like normal. Literally nobody thought anything of it. But to this day, it still haunts me. And I have never done that again because I use menstrual discs now.
Story time of my first double. Q. You already understand me. It turns out that one of our lives at the club, I met a pretty interesting guy. In this case, we exchanged phone numbers and began to have communication. At first, the topics we talked about were trivial things about our lives, our taste.
Now, I'm going to bring this back. This is a Colombiana. Like I said, the Latin ladies you're going to see in the video are all from Colombia. She has a desire on her bucket list that she's always wanted to get DP. Looks like we froze for a second. She always wanted to get a DP. Gotta love the Wi-Fi. Let me reset there we go. There's the Wi-Fi. She always wanted to get DP. So, but she said she never met the right guy for her and her, I think she said her and her husband or her and her boyfriend here in Colombia. She finally met the right guy, introduced the guy to her husband, and she's going to tell you how she did it. She's going to tell you how she did it. For all those that don't know what DP is, of course, double penetrated. One in the back door, one in the front door, in other words. So let me bring this back and let you hear her what she has to say again.
Feeling so embarrassed that I can't believe I just like forgot that I had it in. I mean, everything was going on like normal. Literally nobody thought anything of it. But to this day, it still haunts me. And I have never done that again because I use menstrual discs now.
Story time of my first double. Q. You already understand me. It turns out that one of our lives at the club, I met a pretty interesting guy. In this, we exchanged phone numbers and began to have communication. At first, the topics we talked about were trivial things about our lives, our taste, and that until from one moment to the next we began to share ourselves. Having a double P had been one of my fantasies. However, he hadn't yet had the opportunity since he hadn't found the ideal person for it. To fully convince me, I went on a date with this guy, my husband not being there. Of course, my husband was aware and I came to see the truth. The messages revealed an open-minded and experimental nature, which intrigued me. Since I already knew that this would fascinate my husband, since we had already talked about it many times, I decided to give him a surprise, so I summoned them both in the same hotel without either of them realizing. Obviously, the boy was astonished. I think it is not the best way to propose to someone to take a trip, but I explained to them the reason why I had done it. In this way, the two of them remained silent, so I assumed they agreed.
So what she did was, after she met the guy, she, a few days later, after having good conversation, told him to meet her at the hotel. She then told her husband to meet her right at the Love Motel. Neither one of these guys knew about each other, but the husband did know that his wife wanted DP. So the young man showed up. The husband showed up. And she got DP.
I started kissing and touching my husband first. After that, this boy joined our group. While I can't share the details of this story here, I highly encourage you to check out my podcast for all the fascinating moments. I'm sure you'll love it, and remember, you're more than welcome to follow me on my page if you'd like. I'm here with my husband because I have to ask him for one. I'll follow you and I hope I can get it. A few days ago, I was talking to a boy who I served in the store. He is a customer.
Once again, every one of these Latin individuals you're going to see tonight are here in Colombia. I just translated into English, but these are all Colombianas. So if y'all don't think they swinging down here, yeah, y'all got Colombia messed up.
We gave each other the number, and well, there was a click. He's texting me and he's asking me out. I told her that I was married, that I had a partner, but I told her a lie. I told her that you and I had problems. And that I left you, and that I cut off because I couldn't stand you anymore, So he ate the whole story. So I'm asking myself out. He obviously knows I'm married to you, but we are supposedly having problems. I mean, he doesn't know anything about our swinter relationship or our open relationship. And that's something that's exciting to me because I see it's something different. I mean, it's like dating a person who doesn't know anything and he believes that I am being unfaithful to you, that I am cheating on you, and I want to go out with him. It really gives me a morbidity and makes me curious. So I wanted to ask you that if you leave me and go out with this boy knowing that he doesn't know anything about us, that we have this type of relationship, that my Instagram doesn't see me, that he doesn't know anything here, but oh, he lets me or not, whatever you believe, tell him to let me. Oh, what excitement. So yes, it's super interesting because it's the first time I'm going out with a guy who doesn't know anything about this. What do we do? And that makes me intrigued, and it doesn't make me just like, oh, I'm going. Does he think that I'm going to set him up? That is the boy, yes, exactly, the common thing. So I'm like, what do you think? What do you think? Let's see in the comments.
Ya todos saben que ando con un pie en Medellín y otro aquí en Miami. Quiero pedirles recomendaciones.
I forgot to translate this one. Let me fast forward this one. This is in Medellin too. Let me fast forward this one. I forgot to translate it, so I think I forgot about this one.
Seguimos aquí o nos vamos. Saber que el otro tiene 1000 a un lugar público deseada por otro.
That's neither here or there. That's either
Deseada por otro, pero operando bajo los acuerdos que construyeron juntos. Crea un nivel de complicidad que pocos entienden, porque no es la búsqueda de lo que falta, sino la celebridad de lo que sobra.
First time on how I almost lost my wife after going to a swingers party.
Oh, this is another good one. Another banger.
So boom, I already told y'all, I'm a hereditary cheater. This got passed down to me in my bloodline. Like my daddy was, his daddy was, and so on, so on. They was all cheaters. It just came down the bloodline. So, like I say, that's neither here or there. That's either here or there. So, my girl like, damn, like, why you keep cheating? Because I kept getting caught. I ain't gonna say I was being sloppy, but these bitches were telling on me. They telling on me. They can't keep no secret. They can't keep no secret. They be lying. And so I kept getting caught or whatever. And she just like, you check all the other boxes. Like, you a good man. I'm a good man. So I'm like, hey, I help you, with the chores, cleaning, cooking, all that, take care of the kids. But I just got this hereditary thing that's going on in me that causes me to cheat. But anyway, she like, what can I do to make you not cheat? And I'm like, shit, if we
Now you see how he laying a foundation, fellas, because a lot of dudes will fall into this.
Both do it. And she like, wait, what you mean? I'm like, shit, if we, we bust something down together. Me thinking like getting a little Nicki Minaj going or whatever. And she like, well, what about me? What if I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? What if I wanted to partake and I wanted to get me another man on the side? And I'm like, damn. From all I know right now to this moment, this bitch being loyal. She being loyal. So I'm like, I can't be selfish. Even though I want to be selfish. But I'm like, damn, like, I kind of got to make a sacrifice. I'm thinking about just like canceling the whole ideal and just doing it by myself. But I'm like, I love her. I don't want to keep messing this up.
See, y'all dudes ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready to share. Like the one brother said, y'all want to come smash his wife, but y'all won't bring y'all wife for them to smash. Y'all always want to share in somebody else's girl, but y'all want to bring y'all girl, just like the other brother said.
Y'all want to keep messing this up. So, boom, we looking it up. We trying to go to a little swingers convention, a party or whatever. So we looking it up. Boom, we found one in Orlando. And we like, shit, like, we ain't really got to do nothing. If, you know what I'm saying, on the first night, if we don't see nothing. In my head, I'm thinking like, boy, I see something, I'm cracking. Hey, I'm busting it down. So I'm thinking in my head though, I'm like, boy, I hope she really don't want to like go through with this. She just trying to say this so like I can change my mind and just be on some not cheating type shit. But I told y'all I can't help. This is in my blood, hereditary cheater. So we looking it up, swingers thing in Orlando. Boom, we finna go. We done booked the room and all that though. Why did I do this? Part two coming.
This is when I knew my friends played entirely too much, because I was going on a cruise and I'm all excited about it. I'm telling my friends like, oh, I'm going on a cruise. These are my guy friends. They say, oh, you know what you do on cruises? Like every day for the first cruise, everyone wears a pineapple shirt. So I'm like, a pineapple shirt? I swear to God, all of them was in on it. Like, yeah, a pineapple shirt. Like, go look for pineapple shirts right now. I'm like, I on Amazon. One friend's name is Vince. He's showing me the pineapple shirts. He picks the shirt with the most pineapple. He's like, yes, the more pineapples, the better. My dumb ass. I'm like, yeah, y'all, yeah, I'm gonna get it.
Her male friends ain't right. They are not right. They set this woman up. She didn't know nothing about what the pineapples represented. Poor baby.
So I end up buying it. Exactly the day they showed me a shirt, I bought it. So I made sure I got it for the next day, because Amazon Prime, got it the next day. The day that it came was the day that I was leaving. So the first day that I was on a cruise, I actually didn't get to wear it because they had ended up taking my luggage, and I wanted to dress warm because to go onto the boat was Baltimore and it was really cold. So for each day on the cruise, they have activities. The second day I ended up wearing a pineapple shirt, and it was karaoke. I sort of left the boat of my shirt. When I was on the elevator, everybody was looking at me all weird. Some guy came up to me, was like, hey, what's your name? What's your age? We're like, where did you come from? Like, where you traveling from? I I get to telling him, another guy and his wife came up to me and asked me, like, what's my room number? I'm telling them, I'm just thinking, I'm so naive because I'm thinking that these people are just being friendly because we're on a cruise. I finally come downstairs. I end up getting dressed late before my family because I woke up because the boat was rocking a little too much and I kind of wasn't feeling well. So I came down with my pineapple shirt. My cousin gonna come up to me and ask me, why do you have on this shirt, and start laughing. I'm like, what do you mean, why do I have on this shirt? They like, you know this is for swingers, right? What's a swinger? These are people that, you know, go outside looking for other people to have sex with. That's very promiscuous. I was like, by then it's too late. I'm already at karaoke and half the boat is there. Everybody's looking at me. They taking notice that I have on this shirt. Like, and the older people, this is amongst the older group of people that, and they most likely they've been on a bunch of cruises. So back in the day, they used to put pineapples outside of their door when they wanted to let people know, like, they was DTF, like down the fuck. So so that night when I went to my room, whatever, me and my cousins, we left out to go to the club because they got the club and the cruise. My grandmother told me that a man came knocking on the door and he was like, hey, like, is this the right number? This is who I'm looking for. And like, I could not believe this. My friends are a bunch of assholes. Like, why would y'all do that to me? But it was a good lie. I knew I was doing shit like that. And yo, it got me mad attention. And I just didn't know. And my whole family was laughing at me like, you're just a dummy, a bird brain dummy. And I'm like, yeah, I should have definitely looked that shit up. Because I'm just thinking, you know how people go places and they wear like their little family reunion shirts and shit. I'm thinking like, oh, maybe it's just a cruise thing. People put on pineapples. So I didn't think nothing of it. But it was a good joke. And I swear to God, I'm going to get them back.
Part 2 on how I almost lost my wife at a swingers party. So boom, we booked the room and all that there. We heading up. So I'm kind of, my nerves kind of shooking a little bit. I'm like, damn, like, boy, I don't really want her to get, you know what I'm saying, bust down at that bit. Like, I'm hoping she like playing, but in my head I'm thinking like I can kind of control the situation. I got all the control. I ain't had no control. And I later found that out. So boom, we on the way there. We talking about it. I'm like trying to pick her head. Like, what type of man you looking for? She like, I don't know. Like, I don't really want no other man, and I just want you. You know, I'm gonna just let you do your thing. I'm thinking in my head like maybe she trying to like see how I be acting when she ain't around.
Absolutely correct, man. He overplayed his hand, and now he got to take the walk of death.
So we heading there, you know, we get there, pull up, we get our room and all that there. Everything seeming like laid back. I'm like, it was kind of like a little cheap little, like a Motel 6 type thing, but it was kind of low key, like kind of the vibe or whatever. So boom, we get there, you know, we just kind of like pre-gaming, you know, little drink, you know what I'm saying? Just a little pre-gaming, because you don't want to go there like sloppy. I want to like know what I'm doing once I get there. Like that'll be crazy. I don't like to be like that. I'll be off my pivot then. So we get in, you know, like I said, I'm like, damn, like it could be some real tell my bitch all up. So I'm kind of saying,
Look like it froze for a second. Let me bring it back. For you guys.
Like sloppy. I want to like know what I'm doing once I get there. Like that'll be crazy. I don't like to be like that. I'll be off my pivot then. So we get in there, you know, like I say, I'm still kind of nervous. You know, I'm like, damn, like it could be some real, like some niggas that really piping, like horse, like, and just tell me I be up. Just tell her all up. Tell my bitch all up. So I'm kind of scared. I'm like, boy, I'm hoping that she really meaning what she was saying. But she said she don't really want no other man. So nighttime hit, boom. We go into the little gathering party and all that there, and it was kind of like a little lingerie party thing going on, like kind of lingerie, kind of cosplay. So we, you know, pull up, we kind of nervous. It's our first time doing some shit like that. Like, you know, my little hereditary thing. This ain't with no group of people. This by myself, by myself. So we getting there, and I ain't gonna lie, like, once I started seeing all what was walking around that thing, like, hey, that little nervousness, that went out the door. That went out the door. I was like, hey, so first quarter, I get 2 coming up me. And when I tell you like a buffet in there, like a buffet, you know, a buffet, you can, it's all type of different foods. All type of different food. You can just try anything. You can try anything. So first quarter, two walk up to me. I'm like, damn, like I'm finna get my fantasy and this quick. Like this all it took. So I'm like, damn, my fantasy, like I ain't never have it like at the same time. No Nicki Minaj at the same time. Now I know I'm being with this girl and then this girl, but not at the same time. Not at the same time. So yeah, I'm in that bit like Tarzan. Like I'm jumping off goddamn chandeliers, all that shit. Like I'm really hanging out. Like, and then I got them like lined up side by side. So I'm like skiing in that bit, like side to side. Just
my brother said I was in there skiing. He said I had them lined up side to side. I'm skiing into one. I'm skiing over to the other side. He said I'm in that bitch skiing. I ain't mad at you, brother. Brother said I'm in that bitch skiing. Bring that beat back, Dre. Let that brother go ahead and ski.
Buffet, you know, a buffet, you can, it's all type of different foods. All type of different food. You can just try anything. So first quarter, two walk up to me. I'm like, damn, like I'm finna get my fantasy and this quick. Like this all it took. So I'm like, damn, my fantasy, like I ain't never have it like at the same time. No Nicki Minaj at the same time. Now I know I'm being with this girl and then this girl, but not at the same time. So yeah, I'm in that bit like Tarzan. Like I'm jumping off goddamn chandeliers, all that shit. Like I'm really hanging out. Like, and then I got them like lined up side by side. So I'm like skiing in that bit, like side to side, just skiing. But I don't even know. I didn't even imagine what I was finna get ready to go through while I'm in there having a good time. I tried to be like Cam Newton, where he said, if I'm fucking, I can't worry about who I'm fucking. I wish I could have been like that. I could have been strong like that. I wish. Part three.
Couple gets exposed as swingers on vacation. Buckle up. This one is a doozy. I have a client. We'll name her Tina. Tina planned a trip and her brother and sister-in-law were on that trip. We'll name them. Brother is Mike. Lisa is his wife. Lisa gets back and contacts me and said wanted to plan a trip. They have another couple friend that they always travel with. They travel about 4 times a year and they wanted me to plan a travel for them. So I was like, okay, bet. I planned about a year and a half, planned about 4 or 5 trips for them. Now it's coming up on Mike and Lisa's anniversary. They had a big milestone anniversary. And so they wanted to do it in destination, invite family and friends. Plan that. The other couple that they travel with, we'll call them Derek and Monique. They opted for the swim up suites, and swim up suites are lined up next to each other. They have the big celebration. They're out late that night. Mike and Lisa, Derek and Monique are all chilling poolside from their terrace, and they're drinking, and maybe they had a little too much, but Lisa and Monique started getting a little frisky in the pool. They go and take it to the room. Tina was there with her best friend, Erica. Now, Tina and Erica come out of their swim up. After passed by Mike and Lisa's room, the curtains are just open enough where they see Mike banging Monique's back out. Child. As they're out there being nosy watching what happened, here comes some other family members. Some of them are just literally sitting there watching this whole freak show go on. On top of that, Lisa and Derek is getting it in, and she's doing a little tongue tango on his man parts. They got a whole show banging each other's wife on vacation. Ooh. The next morning, Tina calls me. She's just like, I really want to bring you in this, but, and, I think she was got to be a little messy because she had to tell me, but I'm glad she did. So she was like, I just, I'm just shocked. I don't know what to do. So many of the family know it's whispers, it's laughing. At breakfast this morning, it was all the side eyes and little snide comments. And y'all got that one friend who knows some tea on somebody, and they gonna just make little comments and say little stuff. And she was just like, I don't know if I should say something because they don't know that everybody knows. So should I say something while we're here? Should I wait till I get back and say something? Or should I just not say anything at all? And my question to you is, would you tell them what you saw right there while still on vacation and it might pop off? Would you wait till you get back and tell them? Or would you just not say nothing at all? So let me know in the comments what you would do. All right, bye.
Mi primera vez en un bar swinger, parte 2. Ok, entonces mi novio me dijo, listo, busquemos un lugar.
There's a few of them in here I thought I translated, but I didn't. But let me fast forward. Okay, bring your boy. We got your boy. Part 3.
Unos $100 aproximadamente, pues mandamos nuestros datos, número de identificación, que fuéramos mayores de edad. Y una cosa, tienen que ir en pareja, o sea, no puede ir alguien solo, tiene que ir una pareja. Nos dijeron cómo eran las reglas del juego, o sea, nadie podía tocarte sin tu consentimiento y que tienes que llevar tu propia bebida, lo que vayas a tomar.
No,
llegó el día, nos pusimos nuestros disfraces.
I know it was a family affair. With that last couple, E-Man, they were really close friends as a couple. They were close friends as a couple. The ladies start getting, they were all in the jacuzzi. It was like 6 people in the jacuzzi, right? 2 of them were married and the other 2 were married. And the other couple were just kind of like there. They were all friends at a family reunion type of cruise. They started drinking. Two of the wives started kissing. So so they was like, let's take this back to the room. Next thing you know, the husbands decide to swap wives. Hey, the wives were kissing, so let's swap wives. Well, the other couple that was left in the pool in the jacuzzi by themselves, they like, okay, I guess it's time for us to leave too. But as they're walking past, going back to their room, they see the curtains open just a little bit and see the wife swapping taking place. Well, other relatives are on that floor and they start walking past and they see it. So now there's a bunch of relatives standing outside your window watching you and your boy swapping wives. And one of the wives called and was like, should we tell somebody or should we not tell somebody? Because it seems like everybody knows. That's what the scenario was with that one.
Súper divinos. En la entrada te dicen como que no puedes entrar celular. Luego llevas tu trago a una barra y un bartender te da un número y con ese número puedes ir las veces que tú quieras y a pedir que te preparen tu trago que tú llevaste.
Part three on almost losing my wife at a swingers party. So boom, like I say, I'm in that bed like Tarzan. I'm in that bed jumping off chandeliers, jumping off goddamn pianos, whatever I could jump off of, I'm jumping off. I'm diving in. I'm diving in. So all this going on the whole time, I forgot I even came with my girl. I'm like, I'm in there partaking.
This
I go to thinking like
forgot his wife. You know how you heard people forgot their kids in the mall? Somebody forgot their little 7-year-old child in the mall. This man was too busy skiing. He forgot his wife was even in a swinger spot. Well, tell us where your wife was, Tarzan. Tarzan, tell us where your wife was. Pray tell.
Damn, wait. I look around I don't see my bed. I don't see my bed. So I'm like fuck what's going on right now. Let me go find out what's going on. How they bed gonna leave my side? And mind you, before we went in there, we was already, going over our little code words to get up out of there. So the code word was like something was in your eye. So boom, I'm walking through there. I'm looking for my girl. And like when you be with somebody for a while, you know their voice. So I hear her voice, but this sound like that bedroom voice. And I'm thinking in my head like, that bitch said she ain't want no other man. She ain't want no other man. So boom, I walk in the little other room. Bitch, my bed turned up inside out. Bitch got her like a goddamn whole lawn chair out that bitch. So I'm hurt. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm trying to hold back tears. But they kind of falling.
Hey, am I lying? Each one of you brothers that be claiming I'm good. Hey, you can do what you want to do. I'm cool. Well, why don't we go out here and do the swinger world? Why don't we go out here and do it? Some of y'all ain't built for this. You ain't built for it, bro. I know I ain't built for it. See, I ain't gonna even lie. I'm built to partake, to enjoy the smorgasbord. I'm not one to bring my wife. Like I said, I would have brought a pay for play, a side chick, a chick that I met online, a jump off, a mistress, if you will. But there is no way in hell I'm bringing my girlfriend or my wife, and might not bring a mistress. Hell no. I ain't built for that. I used to have a saying, I kid you not, true story, in the swinger world, I used to have a saying called, I can't take the glance. I can't take the glance. What do you mean, Dre, by the glance? I can't be over here beating this Asian chick up, right? Boom. With the thrust of 10,000 Thors, right? And I glance over and I see my wife's ankles pushed back and she in tears, legs shaking. She in tears, nipples super hard. I can't take the glance. I can't glance over. I can't glance over and seeing the dude do something to my wife. And she talking about put it in her butt. What? Put it where? I done forgot all about this Asian chick that's up. I told y'all the story, right? Met this chick in the swinger world. Bad little sister. Bad little sister. She had a man. We started messing around. He was cool as long. A lot of people that's in swinger world are cool with you smashing a wife or girlfriend as long as it's in swinger world. If you bring it into the real world, now she cheating. Now we got an issue. Okay, so me and old girl smashing outside of swinger world. We ain't got no business doing this, but we doing it. She finds out, and I told you guys the story a couple times. She finds out that her man is cheating with his ex. She like, I'm letting him get all the free coochie in swinger world he wants, and he is cheating on me with his ex. She pissed. I'm at work. The cubicle across from me is my coworker, the female who I tell y'all, who introduced me to swinger world and who I hang out with, pretending like we're a couple when we go to swinger events. Like we ain't never messed around, but we just pretend just to get in. So she's telling my coworker the story. So she says, I wish I could get revenge on him. That's what she's telling my coworker. My coworker tells me the story. So I'm working, and she said, I wish I could get revenge on him. She said he got new furniture coming tomorrow because he's flying out to Boston to go back and be with his family for a couple of weeks. And I'm going to be watching, make sure all his new furniture, his living room set and everything is delivered and proper. She said, boy, I would love to just have sex with somebody all over his new furniture. My cubicle across from a coworker. My cubicle across from a coworker. She turns around. She says, "You know Thrill Will?" Now, my name in the swinger world was Thrill. Like, it was my nickname in the streets too. It's always been Thrill since I was 15. Not because I was thrilling the ladies, but because I would do paintings of Michael Jackson and sell them. And that was during the time period of the Thriller album. So when we just so happened to move into a new neighborhood, and this one, the neighborhood cutie saw me walking home from school one day. I'm the new face of the neighborhood, 15 years old. She said, "Let me see your artwork." And so I showed her this drawing I did of Michael Jackson. And after that, she started calling me Thriller because Michael Jackson's Thriller album was popping. Well, the dudes in the neighborhood was like, "We ain't about to call no," because I'm the new dude. "We ain't about to call no dude Thriller," because she's introducing me as Thriller. But the dudes kind of cut it short and was like, "We'll call bruh Thrill." That's what we'll call it. So in the bike club, everybody know me as Thrill. There are hundreds of women don't even know my name is Andre. They know me as Thrill because that's just what my street name was, Thrill. When I got locked up, the feds had Thrill. They didn't have no Andre. They didn't know who I was. They had to finally find it out. Okay, Andre, aka Thrill, versus the United States of America. True story on my indictment. So in the swinger world, Thrill. So my coworker turned her chair around. "Thrill Will, you know what, girl? Talk to Thrill real quick." Now, my coworker don't know that me and old girl already smashing anyway. She don't know. So she says, my coworker, it's Friday. And you know, on Friday, you ain't really doing no work anyway. So my coworker tells me, she says, "Thrill." I said, "Girl, we at work." She says, "So-and-so and so-and-so got a problem." I said, "What's up? Whatever." Like I said, my coworker don't know me and old girl smashing outside of swinger world. She only seen us in swinger world. So she don't know that's my girl, right? She said, she told me the situation. I was like, I need some Pepsi and I need some Hennessy. And I'm good. I'm down. I'm in. I say, now mind you, when I finally got a chance to talk to both of them together, I said, mind you, now you guys can confirm this. I said, when that man come home from Boston, because she wanted to record everything, I say, cool. I said, record from this side. Why? I said, because he gonna know who I am. Because everybody that knows me knows I have this mark on the side of my head, and I got this big Oakland Raider NFL football league tattoo. That's gonna be the ultimate giveaway, right? I say, so record from this side. And so she was like, and the person I was gonna do the recording was my coworker. So the night comes. We about to do the do. My coworker tells me after we did everything, she said, y'all slept together before. And I don't mean the swinger world. I said, what are you talking about? She said, Andre, as I was recording y'all, the passion that y'all had between each other in the chemistry, she said, oh no, y'all been sleeping together. Now, I played dumb. After we recorded, I played dumb. So she recorded everything. She was with her man. Or at least one of the dudes that she was kicking it with. They were having sex on one of his couches. I mean, this dude got a brand new living room couch. He ain't sat on the couch. He in Boston. Thank you, Jesus, for forgiving me of my sins. So they're over there on the couch. They're being intimate. She's not. No, my coworker's not ready to record yet. Me and the other female on the love seat, we're being intimate. They stop. They literally sat on the couch as if they had the big bowl of popcorn just watching us like, look at these two. Like, we didn't forgot that they in the room. Why? Because we had already been together so many times. So my coworker gets up, pulls out her phone, starts to record, making sure she stays on this side, doesn't get my face. We get done with the deed. We do it one more time. And I tell her this, true story. I say, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. That man's going to come home. He's not going to be mad at you because you found out that he's cheating with his ex-girlfriend. He don't care. He's not going to get mad at you for getting your back blew the hell out. He ain't tripping. He's going to be a little mad that you got smashed all over his new furniture and another man's juices and sweats and liquids are all over the pillowcases of his new furniture. Now, he's going to be mad about that. I said, but the part that's going to piss him off the most is who the hell is the dude? That's who I want. I don't care about you. I don't care about what you got to say about my ex. Who the you got in my house having sex on my furniture? Who that? I said, I'm telling y'all, I know dudes. We don't care nothing about none of that. What you talking about? We trying to catch up with the dude. I say, don't make me have to pull out a pistol on this man. I say, so y'all better be wise. Don't be getting mad at him. That's why me and Thrill, don't let my name come out your mouth. Fast forward, bruh come home from Boston. She got on lingerie that night. She's got photos of him, because this idiot was taking photos of him and his ex doing a little thing. So she found him because she was cleaning up his apartment for him while he was gone. You know, and also, women, when they're cleaning up, they're being nosy at the same time, right? So she finds the photos, lays them all out. So when he comes in the door, he sees his girl in a lingerie and photos of his ex having sex. She goes off, I let you have sex with all the women you want in swinger world. I never say anything, blah, blah, blah. How could you cheat on me? She said, but that's all right. She pulls out her phone. She started playing the video on his furniture. He watching her getting pulverized. And he's seeing the passion between us. He mad. But it turned out just like I said. He ain't smack her down. He wasn't as pissed about his furniture, even though he was. But he was like, who the heck is that smashing my woman on my furniture? That's who I want dead. And she, as you can tell, she kept her end of the bargain and didn't say anything. But she said weeks later, after he got the pondering, he ain't had no proof. She said, I know only he said, I only know 2 dudes that will be grimy enough to smash my woman on my furniture. She said, Thrill, of the two dudes, one of them he named was you. I said, why he named me? Because he ain't never like you. I said, what? I said, I thought we was cool, man. Him be chopping it up at the swinger. Say, Thrill, there's a lot of guys at the swinger event don't like you. What? Me? What? Why? Because you have a personality that women like. You're not that cool, quiet dude. You're the dude that makes women laugh and smile, and men don't like that. They want you to come in, sleep with their girlfriend and their wives, and crack jokes with them. But it's one thing to sleep with their woman. It's another thing to make their woman smile and sleep with them. So a lot of dudes like, this nigga, his personality too loud for this event. I was like, y'all don't like me? They're like, no, they don't like you like that. They tolerate you because the women like you. But the men, I did not know. But the men don't feel you like that. I said, now a couple of them, they cool with you. You know, you cool with them, you cool. But there are a few dudes in there that wish that they had your personality and they don't. What can I do? So yeah, it be cheating going on the inside of swinger world, on the outside of swinger world, and it'd be a lot of arguments in the parking lot afterwards. I told you not to sleep with that dude. I don't like him. Why'd you sleep with that other dude? It is always some type of arguments in the parking lot. Always arguments in the parking lot. Yeah, that had me rolling with my coworker. My coworker said, I was recording. I'm looking down like, y'all slept together. I'm like, what you talking about? She said, this ain't no regular sex. Y'all all passionate. I'm seeing how y'all kissing each other. And y'all don't be kissing each other in swinger world. She letting you do stuff to her like you her man. Y'all sleeping together. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Back to the video. Like my man said, he asked for it. He put himself in this situation. He put Mr. Skiing back and forth. He said, you don't know what dudes be thinking. That's for real, man. You don't know what be doing. I ain't know, man. I thought I was cool with everybody, man. Dudes got say, yeah, they don't like men that got personality. They got charisma. Walk into a room and people notice you, even if you're quiet. I don't know. Whatever. I wasn't even tripping. I know, right? And I was so naive, I didn't even think about that. I said, man, I could get my head blown off doing this. I could have got myself hurt doing this. But hey, he said, I saw the title and thought, what the is wrong with dude? Is he slow? Yep. We about to see how slow he is. Watch this. Watch this. This is part 3.
Before we went in there, we was already, going over our little code words to get up out of there. So the code word was like something was in your eye. So, boom, I'm walking through there. I'm looking for my girl. And, like when you be with somebody for a while, you know their voice. So I hear her voice, but this sound like that bedroom voice. And I'm thinking in my head like, that bitch said she ain't want no other man. She ain't want no other man. So, boom, I walk in the little other room. Bitch, my bed turned up inside out. Bitch got her like a goddamn whole lawn chair out that bitch. So I'm hurt. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm trying to hold back tears. But they kind of falling.
Ain't no fun when the rabbits got a gun. That's what that is. That's why he started crying. It's easy to be out there. Remember what he said? My daddy cheated. My granddaddy cheated. I cheat. I'm a generational cheater. Didn't he say that? The whole video we've been watching him talk about, I'm a generational cheater. This is what I do. I tell her, I don't know why I can't stop cheating. Ain't no fun when the rabbit's got a gun. It's easy for you to fold other women up like a lawn chair. But when somebody got your girl folded up like a lawn chair, now you want to shed tears. Now you want to cry. Now you understand. Like Kevin Garnett, yep. Anything is possible. Seriously. Over a game? Over a game? Shout out to my man Zay with the $10 love on the Cash App, and my brother S. Jane, Mr. Palmer herself, with the $20 love on the Cash App. Let's continue on. My man talk about him crying. Ain't no funds when the rappers got a gun.
And so I'm thinking like I gotta get it bit that cold. So she ain't even, she in her own world, eyes rolled back in the back of her head, all that there. So she finally kind of like, God, she look at me, I look at her, she look at me. I'm like, tears kind of dried up, and like not dried up but like stuck right there in my eye, like that bit went and fall. But that bit was like right there, like big bold, big bullet tears in my eyes. So I'm getting her to blink. This bitch act like she ain't see me.
Oh my God. She act like she did not even see the man. She act like she didn't see the man. Oh, it's already hurting you that your girl getting folded up like you fold other men's women. You've seen many a woman folded up, but when you see your girl folded up, he said he was giving her the code. She act like she ain't even see him. Like she was single, living that life. She didn't even tap out. That's one thing that you can do in the swinger world. You can tap out. She didn't even tap out. Talk to you later, brother. Let's bring that beat back. He said it got me the cold. He said, I'm already got tears in my eyes. IMF says this. Shout out to you, brother. He said, like the blinky. I know. Crossword. Staring at an elephant for real. He said, get it back. He said, get it back, getting back blown out. What you expect, Confucius? Seriously, like she was gonna say, time to stop. She in the middle of her third orgasm. If your woman in the middle of her third orgasm, shout out to D. Kirk in the building. If she in the middle of her third orgasm, bruh, she is not gonna stop that orgasm for you and nobody else. She looked this man right in his face. She looked him right in his face and act like she didn't see the code. He said, I never cheat because I'm never in the relationship. He said, be honest, tell chicks I'm dealing with other chicks. Absolutely correct. Now that's how I was when I was single. I give you that one.
Going over our little code words to get up out of there. So the code word was like something was in your eye. So boom, I'm walking through there. I'm looking for my girl. And like when you be with somebody for a while, you know their voice. So I hear her voice, but this sound like that bedroom voice. And I'm thinking in my head like, that bitch said she ain't want no other man. So boom, I walk in the little other room. Bitch, my bed turned up inside out. Bitch got her like a goddamn whole lawn chair out that bitch. So I'm hurt. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm trying to hold back tears. the whole deal, they falling. They kind of falling. So I'm thinking like I gotta get it bit that cold. So she ain't even, she in her own world, eyes rolled back in the back of her head, all that. So she finally kind of like look up. She look at me. I look at her. She look at me. I'm like, tears kind of, dried up and like not dried up, but like stuck right there in my eye. Like that bit went fall, but that bit was like right there, like big bold, big bullet tears in my eyes. So I'm getting a hit bit air like she ain't see me. She go to, that back, eyes roll back in her head. So I had to politely snatch my bitch up. So I'm down there about to get into it with the niggas there, cause they thinking like I'm just a random swinger trying to like snatch her up or whatever. And I'm like, nah, nigga, this my why. So I snatch her ass up. We leaving, we going back to the room. I'm heated, but I'm like, I can't really be, I'm trying to like stay cool at the same time, trying to control my emotions, cause it was kind of my idea, but kind of not my idea. I thought I had control, but I didn't have control. And she showed me. Like they say, if a woman stay with you after you cheat, that get back coming, or it done already happened. So, man, we get back to the room. I can't even look at her. I'm like, this is unbelievable. Like, you a whole different person than I thought you was. Like, this is crazy. So,
no, she wasn't different. She was who she was. You just ignored her. You were so busy chasing other chicks, you no longer realize how wild and freaky your own woman was. And a lot of men are like that. I'm gonna say this for real. A lot of men have a woman that has a nice, adventurous imagination when it comes to sex. Here's the problem. You forget, after being with her for so long, how wild and freaky she actually is. We all know what's better than good sex to women. New sex, adventurous sex, right? You think she was gonna sit up there for an hour and a half and just let you just do what you said you were surfing, one to the next, you surfing. What was she supposed to do? Just stand around? All these handsome men that want her, she couldn't wait until you started surfing, so she could start surfing to the next room. And the position you saw her in was not the first position that she was in. He probably had her folded in 5 or 6 positions before you even discovered she was in the room. And then this how a fight would have started off. I'm gonna tell you something about this in the swinger world. You ready? It's a wonder he walked up out of there without getting his head bust open. Because you don't just say you want to be in the swinger world. Everybody enjoying themselves. The dude that was smashing your wife probably brought his wife or girlfriend for somebody else to smash. And then here you go, because you and your feelings, hey dog, you got to get off my wife. It don't work like that. That's why swinger world is meticulous about who they bring in. A lot of them are meticulous about who they bring in, because they know that a lot of you dudes, you think you can take it, but you ain't ready for it. You are not ready for it. That's the crazy part, man. It's a wonder they didn't smash his head. Because all these guys brought a girlfriend or a side piece or a wife for other dudes to smash. But then when somebody, and you smashing them, here's the part. You wasn't standing around. I could see if you were standing around in a corner, a dude smashing your wife, and you like, okay, enough is enough. Okay, cool. But no, you surfing. You surfing through dudes' wives and girlfriends. But when it's time for somebody to surf through yours, you can't take it. And now you pulling dudes, grown men, off your woman. So now you dragging your woman, embarrassing her, embarrassing yourself. This is why you don't find as many men in swinger world as you do women. You will find a lot more women that are willing to share their man than men that are willing to share their woman. Why? Men are territorial by nature. Women are emotional and they're moved by their feelings. So if they feel comfortable with you smashing another chick, as long as they can feel good by getting smashed by another dude, they cool with it. But a lot of men, we ain't cool with it. And a lot of dudes who think they cool with it, you ain't. Just like this brother here. Just like this brother right here. He ain't cool with it. I wish you would. If I'm a minute and a half away from busting, you know when you get ready to bust, right? You're a man, you know your body. I wish you would tap me on my shoulder and I'm about a minute to 30 seconds away from busting a good one. And you talking about get off your wife. Bruh, you gonna be waiting in line, bruh. I'm gonna do like your wife did you. I'm gonna pretend like I don't see you. At least for the next 30 seconds. I'm gonna let this one out. I'm gonna let this is I got to have it, bro. I'm sorry. You gonna have to be mad. We can tussle after I bust. After I bust this one in your wife, bro, and take this condom off, we could tussle. But I ain't coming at your wife, not this last 30 seconds, bro. And this, you know them last 30 seconds when you really get that pounding in. When you really pounding it. And don't let your wife be a screamer. You think she was screaming while you were standing there behind me. I'm about to bust in about 30 seconds. Your wife about to really scream, bruh. She really about to go into some convulsions. Wish you would try to tell me I got to get off your wife, man. I'm about to bust. Man, it's my wife. Man, who? Who you talking about? I don't even know. Hey, security. Security. Come get this dude. This man in here going crazy. Go get my wife. My wife in the other room, dog. You can go mess with my wife right there. I'll be talking and stroking. Man. I'm telling you, my wife is right there, bro. Right there, back there, man. Look behind you, bro. Right there. I know you want her. I know. Ooh. I know you want her. Ain't nobody back there. I know. I know. Ain't nobody back there. Whew. Ooh, you said this your wife? Thank you, baby. Thank you. I'd have distracted your ass for 30 seconds, man, please. I wish I would have got off your wife. I'd been calling security. I've been calling for help. Help! There's a guy in here trying to mess with us. Help! Stranger danger. Stranger. I mean, you know my personality. I'll be yelling at the top of my lungs. Stranger danger. With your wife's ankles in my hands. Stranger danger. Stranger danger. I'm serious, Dave. Stranger danger. I've been saying all type of shit. I'd have had people running into that room as witnesses. This crazy guy is behind me. I don't know who he is. He says this is his wife. I've been stroking her for the last 30 minutes. What is wrong with this guy? He's a weirdo. I'm still going. I'm talking all that mess, but I ain't Mr. Stroke. I ain't Mr. Stroke. Seriously. I'm telling y'all, bro. I wish I was lying. I wish I was lying, man. I know me. Ain't no way you about to come up behind me, tap me on my shoulder. Hey, bro, that's my wife, bro. Really? Man, she is the best. And she got a fat behind. And look at that pretty face. Look at that pretty face making all them ugly faces. Look at that pretty face making all those ugly faces. You know what today is, baby? It's National Make Ugly Face Day. Yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. Hey, bro, I need you to get off my wife. Bro, what are you talking? Stranger danger, security, help, help. Man, I've been yelling at the top of my lungs. Help, help, policia, policia. Wish I would. Just stop. Oh, okay, dog. Okay, my bad, dog. And now you get in the car, your wife looking at you like a little punk. You done cheated on her. She done forgave you. Every time you cheated, she forgave you. The one time that you set it up for her to get smashed, you did this. You said, let's go to the swinger world. The one time your wife gets smashed, now you don't want to play no more. Now you want to take away your football. Now that you can't, you don't know how to shoot. You throwing bricks. Now you want to take your basketball away and go home. You one of them kids. You one of them kids. Can nobody play with your toys in the sandbox, kids? Yeah, y'all can't take it. All you dudes that's out there cheating, you can't take it. You can't take it. If your girl was out there cheating the way that you do, shh, you be sick.
Boom, we leave the next day. We supposed to stay the whole weekend. We leave the next day. Ride home. So I can't even look at her the same. Like, damn near think about calling it quits, but we had to get some therapy and all that though.
They had to go to therapy. They didn't have to go to therapy when he was out there in them streets. You notice that? But when she was getting her back pulverized and she was enjoying every stroke, and love you the right way stroke with love and tenderness, getting a Johnny Gill on. Now they need therapy. When he was cheating, they didn't need therapy. When she got smashed, now they need therapy. Now he's not the generational cheater no more. AMSM said this, fellas, always remember, you can't out petty a woman. That is so true. And most important, you can't out blank a woman, whatever it might be. Seriously. Shout out to you with the $5 love. You're absolutely correct. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Jay. He has to go to therapy. She was good. She's sitting up there in therapy on her cell phone. Huh? What? What'd you say? Oh, no, I had a good time. It was wonderful. I'm thinking about going back. If you think after that one time, your girl has not thought about going back to that swinger world, if you think that your girl has not sat up on her cell phone and say, I wonder where the locations are in my city. You think that's the only time she was getting stroked down good? Your girl, think about it. Your girl was sitting around thinking, now I see why he was cheating. I did not know he was good like this in the streets. I forgot how good the streets were. Kind of like Offset, right? Offset and Cardi B. Cardi B was trying her best to be faithful. Offset kept smashing chicks. And then Stephon Diggs ran up into Cardi B. Offset was sick. I want a divorce. Oh, now you want a divorce. Now you want a divorce. When you was running up in all the chicks and Cardi B kept being embarrassed and forgiving you, you was cool. But soon as Stephon Diggs started running deep off in Cardi B, now y'all talking about divorce. Boy, y'all men, boy, y'all funny style. Y'all funny style, man. Ain't no fun when the rappers got a gun. Yeah, you can't out smash them. Yep. He said, you know that she had crazy stories to tell her. I didn't even think about that. That is a good point. When she got back home, girl, guess what I did this weekend? And I bet you he didn't tell his boys nothing. I bet you he didn't go back and tell his boys, yeah, man, we went to the swinger spot, dog. We went to the swinger spot, man. It was yeah, Diggs was digging. Yep, Diggs was digging. Shout out to Leo in the building. Let's continue on.
But hey, don't take your wife or your girl that you trying to have a future with to the swingers party, cause she might partake. She might partake, and you might don't like how she partaking. You can't just think about yourself. Like I say, I try to be like Cam Newton. Like if I'm fucking, how I'm gonna worry about somebody else. No, all ties.
Say less, because this one's actually pretty wild. One night, me and this girl decided to go to the swingers club. We were semi-feeling each other. It's always a good way, to start things off. When you go to the club, you have to bring your own bottle if you want to get fucked up, I go to the bar. I give them my bottle. I turn around and I see this lady that look really familiar, but it's a whole bunch of women, like white and black, on the dance floor. Me being me, dancing, somebody is like all up on me. I turn around and it is my son's teacher. He was in 3rd grade at the time and I knew her pretty well. We gave each other this.
Yes. Mom got smashed by the 3rd grade teacher. I love it. Two females, one child. That's a mini series right there. And the teacher was a female. Oh, yes. Let's bring that beat back for you, gentlemen. Let's bring that beat back for you.
Take your wife or your girl that you trying to have a future with to the swingers party, cause she might partake. She might partake, and you might don't like how she partaking. You can't just think about yourself. Like I say, I try to be like Cam Newton. Like if I'm fucking, how I'm gonna worry about somebody else fucking? No, I was worried, and I was devastated and traumatized.
Say less, because this one's actually pretty wild. One night, me and this girl decided to go to the swingers club. We were semi-feeling each other. It's always a good way, to start things off. When you go to the club, you have to bring your own bottle if you want to get fucked up, I go to the bar. I give them my bottle. I turn around and I see this lady that look really familiar, but it's a whole bunch of women, like white and black, on the dance floor. Me being me, dancing, somebody is like all up on me. I turn around and it is my son's teacher. He was in 3rd grade at the time and I knew her pretty well. We gave each other this look like, what are you doing here, kind of. Apparently it was teacher's night and she was a local swinger. I would have never guessed. She was pretty boing. She was bad. Look, I'm no hater. Long story short, we snuck off to the bathroom together. I was pinned to the wall. She was like, I don't want them to find out. Call me when you leave.
I heard the little star on people's houses means they into it.
See, I ain't heard that.
Yeah, I ain't know that.
But now back to the old thing. How old? Because I like older dudes.
On my cruise, I'm not gonna lie, I think they did this on purpose. It had to be an application. It was a floor, none but pineapples. I didn't know what that meant. If upside up, they devoted to each other. Upside down, it's time to clown. Went to a comedy show. He said, "How many of y'all swinging?" And when I tell you, one whole section just yelling out, "Woo, come to my room!" Maybe like 437,
and they all ugly,
and they old, like not like my grandma age, but pretty close.
So they broke up, they're getting divorced, and
I think we saw that one. Kofa says this. Shout out to Kofa with the $5 love. Kofa says this. He say, mind you, these are the same women giving the men in their lives straight smoke. Complain about the men, yep. People wonder why the red pill exists. Absolutely correct. And Zay says this. He said, I had this conversation the day or today, or the other day. No one gets to step out but me. Or we can separate and no more relationship or benefits of my resources. Absolutely correct. I'll never pay for or trust contaminated coochie. I ain't mad at you. That's for real. That is for real. And a lot of dudes don't have that conversation. That's why everything falls apart. But in that brother's case, he was the one that set it all up. Yep, taking your wife to a swingers club. Yeah, great idea. All the side chicks in 304s, and he had to take his wife. Right. He could have picked all the chicks that he was creeping with. He could have picked any of the chicks that he was creeping with. Who does he pick? Wifey. Wifey. All right, so this is the allegedly situation with Sofia Vergara and her husband allegedly swinging with this lady and her husband allegedly.
And sadly, it's not a shock for me. And I want to just come forth right now because a tabloid just called me and they're threatening to tell the story that I obviously have known for a long time. And so I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Here's the juicy scoop. So here I am with Joe, and we've hung out. We know each other, whatever. It's been going on for a while. So, and then there's this. And then there's this. That's my husband, Peter, and Sophia. And before the rumors start of swinging or whatever, or that this is the reason that she and Joe broke up, I'm going to let them tell that story, and I'm going to keep their privacy. Let's just keep it all private and keep my privacy too.
A Houston swingers club has been exposed by a wife who was never invited to the club. Instead, her husband was going to this thing with a bunch of his people from work. She discovered this at one.
All right, here we go again, Houston. Wifey hating. Wife finds out that her husband is swinging with coworkers, and here's what she did.
One of his work parties where one of his female coworkers, his work wife, described his special freckle. Now, this is a man who only has a freckle on his man part, so the wife knew that this was the cannoli in the Carmine. So she snatches her husband's phone out of his hand while he's making a business at this work party, and she sees a group chat titled Special Project, and it's just this big old plan about these 8 coworkers who are in this swinging club and go have these escapades on the side. So she sees the CEO finish a speech at the microphone, and then she decides it's her time, so she just runs up to the microphone and starts reading out this group chat to everyone at the company.
So they're at a conference. Whole company is there, and I've been to those conferences before where everybody in the company is there, right? They win awards, and some people might get promotions or whatever it is announced, all that stuff, right? I've been to several of those quarterly meetings and conferences and stuff like that. When the CEO gets off the microphone, she runs to the microphone with a list of the coworkers, including herself, and starts running off the names. Hell has no fury like a woman scorned. Translate, there is not a flame in hell that is hotter than a pissed off woman.
On his man part, so the wife knew that this was the cannoli in the Carmine. So she snatches her husband's phone out of his hand while he's making a business deal at this work party, and she sees a group chat titled Special Project, and it's just this big old plan about these 8 coworkers who are in this swinging club and go have these escapades on the side. So she sees the CEO finish a speech at the microphone, and then she decides it's her time, so she just runs up to the microphone and starts reading out this group chat to everyone at the company. These swingers may have swung their last swung as they were escorted out of the party and fired by the security staff. Even though she doesn't know anything about computer programming, the CEO has offered to hire this now ex-wife so that she can have money to fund a legal defense and get the largest divorce settlement from this guy possible.
Because the system functions that way in this place, you simply specify your preference.
Now, this is Medellin.
and they even have a radio to make calls. Downstairs, the doorman reaches out to her, ensuring a smooth process. It's truly an ingenious setup, simplifying the experience of meeting a girl leading a happy life. She arrived, and I found everything superb. Her polite manners and the deliberate pace of her speech impressed me greatly. I asked her numerous questions to engage further. He mentioned that the subject of couples outings has gained widespread popularity and continues to attract attention.
Bitches, it's story time. And you're going to want to listen to this. Why? Because it's about mama. It's about my mama. My mama has been trying to find her death buddy. So she's going online and she's doing the online dating
Her
thing.
mama looking for a husband. She said her mama looking for a death buddy.
With this guy. They're both in IT. That seems like a positive thing. My mom's very analytical, so she needs somebody that can match her energy. So that being said, mama goes online, meets this guy, everything's going great. They go on a date, they go to a very high-end restaurant. Perfect. They're having great conversation, great everything. Their chemistry is vibing. They're having a couple of drinks. Then they go into the entrees. Everything's getting better and better. My mama in her mind is like, oh my God, he knows the sign of a stroke. He knows the sign of a heart attack. He could be my death buddy. This works. He also knows computers. This is amazing. So she's enjoying the shit out of her time. They get done with their entrees, they go on to dessert. They order dessert, they're having a good time. Then all of a sudden, this lady comes up. And this lady looks at him dead in the eye and says, all happy like, she goes, hey, so did she agree? And my mom's like, agree to what? And she's like, we want you to be our plaything. And my mom's like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about? So then she goes, well, you're super smart, which he loves, and you're super cute, which I love. So we want you to be our girlfriend. And we were just waiting for the right time to introduce me and talk to you about this. And I was hoping he would do that before I came up to you, but apparently that didn't happen. My mom was like, no, abso-fucking-lutely not. She got so mad because, one, she is strictly monogamous. She is not into that sharing shit. She is not into none of that shit. She ain't no swinger. She ain't a part of the swinger community. She wants a death buddy for her and herself only. So, she politely grabs the dessert and was like, y'all need to tell people before y'all do this bait and switch thing. You need to talk to people because I wouldn't waste my motherfucking time. So she leaves fuming, obviously. So that's the story. And I people have been messaging me their date stories, and I just thought I would kick it off with my mama's. I got another one coming that's really fucking good. But send me your worst date story. It could be online, it could be not. But what was your worst date story? What are these people doing out here? It could be boys, girls, anything. Theys, the she's, the thems. Tell me.
Her voice is irritating. Shout out to my man MAB in the building. MAB says, salute OG Dre. He said, in the chat, he said, I was looking forward to this one. I'll check it out on the replay. Shout out to the replay crew. Much love, everybody. Much love to you, brother. And much success to you in all your endeavors. Appreciate you, brother.
I say yes, but what exactly do you mean?
9 out of 10 women experience this at some stage in their lives. Have you thought about it, or has it crossed your mind?
What would it feel like?
Being with another woman.
She said, this is a young lady here in Colombia. All the Latin ones that we've been looking at are here in Colombia. She said 9 out of 10 women have experienced this in their lives of wanting to be with a lady.
I mean, kiss her so tenderly.
Many thoughts. But what steps would follow from there then?
Yes. Maybe they're not capable.
Maybe there are others that...
Yes, there is so much curiosity, so much thought of knowing. What would it be like?
That they're already taking him into action?
But
yes.
I say not everyone.
Tell me why I feel like I just seen a group of at a restaurant. But I don't know. I want y'all to tell me after I tell y'all what I just saw. All right, so I pull up to the restaurant. As I'm about to get out the car, I see a couple to the right of me, like kind of across. And I don't know if they're trying to lock their car. They're trying to unlock their car. They're doing something to fidget in with the car. So I walk in the restaurant. I see a group of people at a table, and then I go straight to the worker. I ask for the worker for my order. They tell me I got to wait a few minutes, so I sit down at the chair. A few minutes after I sit down in the chair, the couple walks in. So I would say it's about like 5 people sitting at the table and a couple walks in. That makes 7 people total. Cool. So as the couple walks in, the group of people, greets them, stands up. Hi, how you doing? Da, 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 da. So the woman that walks in with her husband, she walks straight over to a guy. She kisses the guy. He squeezes her butt. So now I'm looking like, did I just see what I just saw? So now after I see that, I'm like, did she just kiss another man? So now I'm in my head, I'm like, yo, I'm sorry. I swore the person she walked in with was her husband. That might be her brother. But then I'm thinking, why would she show up with her brother but meet her husband at the restaurant? I don't know. So I kind of just ignore, my business because it's not my business, right? So then I see another girl. So the girl that was already there, she's greeting the lady, and she's like, oh my gosh, you look so pretty, your dress is nice, let me go say hi to your husband. So she walks over to the husband. So now I'm like, she just said, let me go say hi. So that is your husband. So she walks over to the husband, gives the husband a hug, and he slides his hand down her back and kind of like gropes her butt. So I'm like, what they really got going on here? Because so now I'm like, oh, okay, I think I know what ordeal this is. So then I'm still trying to mind my business, but curiosity is really getting so over there, and I see that they start sitting down, and the woman don't sit next to her husband. She sits next to the guy that she just walked in and kissed. So now I'm like, okay, so the seating arrangement is the guy she kissed, the lady, another guy. Across from the guy is the girl that said, let me say hi to your husband, is her. Then it's the husband, another girl, and another guy. And across from him is the empty seat. So think of the order as guy, empty seat, guy, girl, guy. Across from that is girl, guy, girl, guy. So now I'm like, okay. Still trying my business, but of course I'm waiting for my food. I got nothing better to do. So I look over again. And when I look over, the guy that she's sitting next, remember how I said the girl's sitting next to the guy that she kissed? He's got his arm around her chair, cradling her back with his thumb. She's rubbing his leg with her hand. And the husband's sitting right across from her. And I'm like, okay, I think I know what's going on here. And I think this is a situation where I need to mind my business. So I'm going to go ahead and mind my business. But I just couldn't believe what I saw. Like, I'm just like, what? So then another girl at the table was like, so, oh my gosh, so you guys met each other, okay. So I'm like, okay, so you all don't know each other, but some of you guys do. So either they swinging on a swing or open relationship. I don't know, y'all. So what y'all think? Do y'all think is that, or y'all think is... I really don't know what it is. I want to know for curiosity. I'm actually curious because I would love to be a fly on the wall at their table. I would love to hear and listen to everything they're saying because I'm really wondering. And it's so interesting.
Might be interested before we hear the next brother's story of swinger exploitation. Shout out to AMSM. He makes a great point with this one. He say, Andre, most of us men were lied to growing up. Our moms didn't tell us the truth. This is true. But what's the truth about? Truth about women and female nature. But they can't because it would expose them. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. It would have exposed them. And I've seen situations, man, in the online dating world back in the States. And I've heard stories of females really falling for this dude that they met online. Happy as can be. Everything is going fine. And in the middle of a date, a woman comes and sits down next to them. And it's the wife. And they are recruiting the woman. I know people that's happened to. I kid you not, that people had tried to recruit. That's one thing about swingers, man. Couples, they on recruit mode all the time. All the time. You know, your mom tried to make it seem like that most females are angels and are worth the investment. And if you work real hard and pray real hard, you get a great one. Not telling us the truth about female nature. Everybody knows the truth about male nature, but nobody tells us about the sex drive, the fantasies, the desires of women, because they try to create this halo image about women throughout human history. And women was out there being just as raunchy as men, but nobody wants to talk about that. They always want to make us seem like we can be the ones that's out there being carnivorous, and women can't. But the truth is, women are far worse than what we are. And we have yet to even accept that. Let's continue on with the last story.
Story time. Shorty was taking the wee-wee and she got left on the other side of the state. It's your boy Youngstar 63 Fat Jack, the DJ. I need you to like, comment, follow, share, and get into this, because trust me, you gonna want to get into this. Don't be taking the wee-wee and get left. All right, so I'm in Orlando, right? I ain't gonna tell you who I'm with. Just know I'm down here doing some pineapple shit. You be on the internet because y'all be on TikTok and you know what upside down pineapple shit is. And I'm having a whole lot of fun doing it. But we had a little shit, right? Okay, everybody chilling. Things were going. Outsiders that were now at the crib. These outsiders did not have a place to be. They were displaced, were just wanderers. Not our problem. But it became her problem. So, outsider A, we're going to call him Florida guy. He brings in outsider B, Florida girl. Florida guy and Florida girl are together, or so we thought. We really to find out that Florida guy and Florida girl had only been going with each other, talking to each other for 2 weeks. This was their first time meeting up. Now, it is important to notice and important to note this, that I am in Orlando. The narrative is that. I am in Orlando. The people have traveled from Tampa. If you know Florida, you know that is clear on the other side of the state. This is not.
If you from Florida, you wouldn't have said that. So I could tell you on vacation in Florida, in Orlando. All us Florida boys know this. Tampa ain't nothing but 45 minutes, maybe an hour if you stretch it away from Orlando. It's right down the street. I-4, straight shot, no turns needed. You got people that work in Tampa that live in Orlando, and people that live in Orlando that work in Tampa. You got people that party in Orlando. I told this story before, since we're talking about I make a call, but I dial the wrong number. I dial this business. I'm thinking I'm calling my bank, but I call another business. But the person on the other end's got a beautiful voice, just beautiful voice. I start being flirtatious. Wrong number. I start being flirtatious. And then maybe a minute or two afterwards, because I know she at work, I said, I need you to do me a favor, call this number back which you see on your screen right now. Call me back at this time tomorrow. She calls me back. We start chopping it up on her lunch break, because she writes the number down. She doesn't call me back from her desk. She called me back from her own phone. Come to find out, she's in Orlando from Tampa. I don't know what this woman looks like. All I know is I like the voice. I'm hoping it's some fineness connected to it. We chopping it up. I said, I'm coming to Orlando this weekend. I'm trying to see you. She said, okay, cool. Now, anybody that knows Orlando is little Puerto Rico, especially in Kissimmee, right there where Disney is, where Mickey Mouse is. You ain't got nothing but Latin people all around that area, right? So I said, where you stay at? She said Kissimmee. I was like, oh, she's okay. The voice, the little accent. Okay, she might be a Puerto Rican. Okay, cool. I said, what you up to? She said, nothing. She said, I'm coming to see you. I said, okay, I'm at so-and-so hotel. She said, okay, cool. I'm on my way. Bruh. This Puerto Rican was fine as hell. I was like, God. I was highly impressed with myself because, you know, I was gambling. I was like, man, she could be some big chick or some ugly chick with just a nice voice, right? Man, her voice didn't do her body and her looks any justice. I was like, God damn, even beat the coochie up, right? Beat the coochie up. Went on about my business. You know why I could do that? Because Orlando and Tampa are only 45 minutes away, bruh. That's why I could tell that dude's not from Tampa or not from Florida. When he say it's all the way on the other side of the state. No, it ain't. This how I-4 straight shot. Tampa, Orlando, 45 minutes to an hour away. Orlando, Daytona Beach, still on I-4, hour and a half away. 45 minutes to hour and a half away. Straight shot. Straight shot. Daytona Beach, Bethune-Cookman University, HBCU is right there. Right there. So my man don't know what he talking about. He don't know what he talking about at all. Shout out to you, Florida boys.
Close. To all my New York niggas, this is like taking somebody to Newark, New Jersey and leaving them when they live in Hempstead. Like, this is not close. And that might be a little too close. This is like leaving someone in the Poconos and they live in Jersey. Like, that's, they not home. So when I wake up in the morning, because I was being a good Christian boy locked in, I come downstairs and Shorty is looking. She's looking disheveled and she's looking at like, where's homeboy?
Miami and Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, that's a 4-hour drive from Tampa down I-75. Or you can shoot down I-4 to I-90 and take the Daytona Beach to Miami. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, Tampa and Orlando aren't far from each other at all. I mean, straight shot. I mean, no turns at all. Bro, I have driven Tampa, Orlando, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I've driven that drive at least 600 times. At least 600 times. Because there came a time when I was living in Tampa. I mean, I was working in Tampa and I was living in Orlando. I kid you not, man. So, I mean, it's a straight shot. You know how many times I partied in Orlando and didn't party in Tampa? I was like, I feel like going out of the city. Let me go. You know, I got a convertible, so let me drop the top. Okay, this how far and how close Orlando is. I don't think I ever told this story. Met this chick on POF. Smashed the chick. She was this corporate executive. She was doing a conference in Tampa. Once the conference was over, she drove to, she had a rental. She didn't have her car. She got a rental in Tampa because the company was paying for it anyway. So I say, no, you see you driving back to Tampa? I mean, back to Orlando, I'll drive you to your spot because I'm smashing on the regular at this time period. Bruh, true story. From Tampa to Orlando, this chick was giving me head all the way. You know how you see it in the movies and the chick be giving the dude head and he driving? All the way to Orlando. Sucking away. That wasn't no 2-hour drive. That wasn't even an hour drive. I'm talking about non-stop slurping. I'm thinking, I know your jaw's hurting. But she hadn't been with anybody for 3 years since her divorce. So she had 3 years of freakiness pent up. And now that she got somebody to release it on, she ain't had no problem. So when I'm saying that it's not a far drive, man, POF was a gold mine back in the day. Gold mine. They got POF down here in Colombia, in Cali. That's another reason. I mean, in Colombia. That's another thing that get me. Why you guys don't take advantage of POF in Colombia? Yes, they got plenty of fish here in Colombia. The same app. Literally the same app. It's just in Colombia. Use your VPN. I mean, your VPN, and put yourself in Colombia through your VPN, and all of a sudden you'll start receiving the plenty of fish accounts or ladies on your phone. They got plenty of fish down here. But it's not far, bro. All these dudes that try to sell you like it's all the way on the other side. That's a lie. Orlando is in the middle of the state. Tampa is on the other end. Now, if he had said driving to Clearwater, okay, cool. To Clearwater Beach on the other side of Tampa, okay, cool. Or St. Pete on the other side of St. Petersburg on the other side of Tampa, okay, cool. I got you. But Tampa, man, you right there. Yeah, that POF boy in Florida.
Boy, yeah. Homeboy who? I was in my room being a good Christian boy. Did you come in with somebody? Yo, this nigga left me. This is all I know of the story at the point. Oh shit, that's fucked up. He got left. Why would he leave you like that? Where do you live? Now I'm in Kissimmee, technically. I'm thinking she's finna say, I live in Orlando. I live close or some shit like that. Shorty says she live in Tampa. Oh, he left you. You're stranded.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a serious situation. So now others in the house start waking up and people start telling their stories about who was with what and who was with who. The entire time I thought Shorty was did dirty and saved by somebody who was not with our crew. Whole time, it was my man who was the sniper. My man's had sniped and took this nigga's bitch and had her in the room all fucking night. My man's got get left in Orlando dead.
So here's what happened. That's what my man left her. This dude is trying to. All you Florida boys know what I'm talking about. Okay. Tampa, Orlando, Kissimmee, where they are right now in Disney, is closer than Orlando. It's like right here. This is how it's set up. If you're driving I-4, Tampa, Lakeland, Kissimmee, Orlando. These are two little small towns, Lakeland and Kissimmee, where Disney is. So they're not even in Orlando. They're even closer to Tampa and Kissimmee. Now, with the story, my man and the female come from Tampa. They drive down from Tampa based off of what the brother just said. They get it. They go to the swinger spot. My man getting his feelings just like y'all do when he see his girl getting smashed. He get in the car and he leaves the chick. Chick wakes up the next morning. Come to find out, the guy that was beating up her coochie was the New York dude friend. The New York dude's friend was beating up the coochie that got the other dude hot.
Like that. Shorty says she live in Tampa. Oh, he left you. You're stranded. Oh, this is a serious situation. So now others in the house start waking up and people start telling their stories about who was with what and who was with who. The entire time, I thought Shorty was did dirty and saved by somebody who was not with our crew. Whole time, it was my man who was the sniper. My man's had sniped and took this nigga's bitch and had her in the room all fucking night. My man's got get left in Orlando dead. Shit's crazy. Quite literally, this nigga gave her the "you're getting left in Orlando" dick. Like, what the fuck is going on out here in these streets? Like, how diabolical do you have to be to live? Leave a human 2 hours away was giving it out too, and she was in there getting the New York tallywhacker, and you tight. You can't take these New York niggas nowhere.
Shout out to that brother, man. You can't take them New York dudes nowhere. Shout out to you New Yorkers, man. Oh man, this was a good episode. This was a good, fun episode. I told you guys, bring your popcorn today, the big bowl of popcorn, because we're going to have some fun. I hope you guys have a great day, a great evening. And when it comes to the swinger world, guys, it is nothing to play with when you're a man. Women can understand and take it and not get into their feelings about it. But most men, we can't. Most men cannot take it when it comes to swinger world. So be careful out there. Don't take somebody to the swinger world that you care about. He say, Dre, I'm going to have to email you send me an email. Any of you guys interested in the clips that we just looked at, shoot me an email. I will send you this particular episode, and I won't delete it. Okay, so I'm not talking about the parts that I'm speaking on that you hear my voice. I'm talking about the segment where the clips are that we've been looking at all night. If you are interested in getting that, you're a content creator, you want to use it, just shoot me an email. And I'll get that over to you as soon as possible. He said, hey, Andre, the Cologne episode this month. Yeah, we're doing the Cologne episode this month. Absolutely. Yes, we are, gentlemen. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Let's do some outros real quick. Let's do some outros. Shout out to all you guys. I'll be seeing you guys again tomorrow night. I got a good one already set up for us.
overthinking here where we could be. Needed some clarity. I'm in too deep now. Give you a picture fantasy. Just you and me, like it's meant to be. Can't you see, baby? You got me overthinking. You come closer to my body, a delicate touch of instinct, moving slow but my heart's racing. Yeah, fingers sliding down my chest. What do you want from me? Lately it's been nothing but a mystery. Curiosity has got me wondering if this'll be alright. I put you in my life for more than a night. You got me overthinking here where we could be. Needed some clarity. I'm in too deep now. It's over picture fantasy. Just you and me, like it's meant to be. Can't you see, baby? You got me overthinking. Yeah, you got me overthinking. You got me overthinking. You got me overthinking. You got me overthinking. Yeah, you got me overthinking. You got me overthinking. You got me overthinking. Okay. Yeah. Logically, it don't make sense to me. I don't see what you see. For making me wait to call you my lady, making me contemplate, trying to calculate what your signs state. Tell me why hesitate? Why you keeping me at bay? Don't wanna be in the gray. Baby, I really love your curves, but I need my answers straight. Do you want from me? Lately it's been nothing but a mystery. Curiosity has got me wondering if this'll be alright. I want you in my life for more than just a night.